As we look across Wascana Lake towards downtown Regina, we're here for this year's Tim Hortons Brier. And now the cleanup begins after more than 24 hours of constant snow. Some areas getting 40 centimeters. We're clearing up as we get ready for Nova Scotia and Team Canada. Our feature on this Tuesday afternoon. This morning, our featured games came out of Pool B, Manitoba against Ontario. And this is in the fifth with Manitoba sitting the shot stone Reed Carruthers. And look at this soft touch, great brush, just slides it by, and John Epping will score the 2, that second point top edge of the 12. That was in the fifth. And then in 9, Matt Cam, who throws the third stones for Ontario, made a wonderful cleanup shot, leaving this for Carruthers, and look what he faced. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he needed the pin, just couldn't hook it in there, and so that was 5 as Ontario goes on to the win over Manitoba. In other games, Saskatchewan got a 4 and a 3. They beat Northern Ontario and the former Canadian champions. New Brunswick with 3 and 9 stole 2 to beat PEI, and Quebec a winner 8-3 over Nunavut. So in Pool B, we have 3 tied for the top at 4 and 1. Saskatchewan above 500 at 3 and 2. And remember again now, short 7-game round robin, and the top 4 will take their records into the championship round coming up. Nova Scotia against Team Canada. As we say hello Canada and welcome back on this Tuesday afternoon, Cheryl Russ alongside. Your first goal is to get out of this round, and they thought 5 and 2 would do it for them, Nova Scotia, but they're struggling a little bit.
Well, they are, but at this point, they're tied for the 4th overall playoff spot in their pool, and they really just need to win the next 2 out of 3 games. So Canada right now, and then they have Yukon and BC to finish. Team Nova Scotia is playing well. They're 4th overall in stats. The only thing that has been a bit of an issue is Jamie Murphy's draw weight. The last 2 games have started to slide, and maybe he can look to the team to talk a little more about what it feels like out there, get that back, and get that playoff spot.
As we know, Team Canada, there's no playdowns for them. They have to prepare all by themselves. Not a lot of warm-up games for Gushue, but ho-hum, here they are and humming right along.
What can you say? Really, what can you say? 6 full percentage points higher than the next best team on the stats. I know stats aren't everything, but all 4 of them number 1. No weak links whatsoever. Remember last year this time, a couple of injuries, especially the one to Brad that was so worrisome, put him out for a while. They had the pressure of never winning a Brier, playing in their hometown. They're home and cooled out here, Beck, and as they say in Newfoundland, the favorites for sure.
Well, you know, people have talked about this team being machine-like. They sure are. That's our feature, Team Canada, Nova Scotia, when we come back to Regina.
And just like that, the Reds disappear.
Got to get it in the lid. How nice is that? Just a little quiet tap, push it through. Now they got him, Walker. Doing what they do so well. Just carry this stone down, tap it through, just like that, and there they are.
The 2018 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of curling Canada.
It's Pool A that is in the spotlight on this Tuesday afternoon. Our feature is on Sheet A. Again, remembering now 3 losses is likely the limit. So you've got to win if you're Newfoundland Labrador and bring them back if you're BC to have any chance. Alberta trying to motor along as they play Yukon, and the Territories. Can Mr. Cooey get by Team Wildcard and Mike McEwen out of the Fort Rouge in Winnipeg? Time to meet the teams now. It's brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how.
Hi, I'm Jamie Murphy, skip of Team Nova Scotia. Our lead is Phil Kroll, our second is Scott Zachary, our third is Paul Fleming, and we curl out of the Halifax Curling Club.
Hi, I'm Brad Gushue, skip of Team Canada. Our lead is Jeff Walker, our second is Brett Gallant, our third is Mark Nichols, and we play out of the Remax Center and Valley Haley Curling Club in St. John's, Newfoundland.
Well, already you see the result of the draw to the button as Jamie Murphy is standing on the ice. Brad Gushue just covered the pin, and so he will have the last rock. Team Canada will have the hammer, playing the Yellowstones, Nova Scotia the red, and to get us underway. The Nova Scotia lead is Philip Kroll.
Well, Gushue 2 times in a row, he's absolutely covered the pin, just like virtually if you took the handle off the rock and looked through the hole in the granite stone, you'd see the pin. Therefore, hammer again, and it's so crucial to get hammer against all these top teams. So Nova Scotia is better than their record, and Gushue hammer could be very important here. And keep in mind, Nova Scotia was 2 up coming home against Mike McEwen in wildcard.
Yeah, Nova Scotia's been pretty solid this week. It's really been, I looked at Jamie, his draw weight the last 2 games he started to struggle, so hopefully get that feel back again.
And then they faced
Brett's in. Just curl a little.
Mr. Cooey. And Jamie came through with one of his more consistent games, and they stubbed their toe against him.
Did he ever? Because the game they lost before that was against wild card McEwen, so you might look at that as a loss that you're going to take in a team ranked higher than you.
Same shot, no?
A tough loss to get over, though, wasn't it? Because they went toe-to-toe with McEwen, had them 2 up, and McEwen's made a brilliant shot to score 3 in the 10th.
Third Brier for Phil Kroll.
Nice, good.
I think so. Yep.
These are always tough after you throw your first one deep, and then where do you place the next one? A little tighter to the rings, because you know exactly what Gushue is going to do. They're ignoring whatever you do. Get that a little tighter. It makes this come around the corner a little bit tougher.
T, though. T back 4.
Thought it was a hair light.
Back 4. T.
Mine's good. We'll finish.
T line.
More room.
Top 4 T.
Whoa. Brett's in.
Top 4 T.
Brett's in.
Right to the T.
Brett's in if you need it.
How's the line? Don't need it. Release T.
No. Just leave it. Okay,
Ice has been super consistent, lots of finish.
Let's take a look at the keys to the game, and we will start with Nova Scotia.
Well, you have to look at really reverse engineering for yourself. You want to leave yourself a shot that you're comfortable with, and I think that's a little bit more room with the draw weight, especially early in the game. And then Paul Fleming, he's been exceptional, 88%, and he has the best chance, I think, to kind of open it up for Jamie Murphy if it gets really closed down and draw weight. He doesn't have a spot to draw to.
Oh, just hang on to the edge, and for Team Canada.
Well, make your mark. We've talked about it before.
Kind of the
Mark
weight I was
Nichols, a
throwing
premier
during
third,
practice might be close,
seems to raise his level when he really has to, and he's going to have to here. Paul Fleming, as you just mentioned, Cheryl, has had a wonderful week. He's the type of guy that could match up well against Gushue. Not afraid to make the high, hard ones, and he's great on the finesse shot. So it's all about Mark playing as well as Mark can. And then after that, if Mark can take care of Fleming, don't change anything if you're Team Gushue.
Keys to the
Just
game.
playing.
Line's fine.
I'm sorry, I thought you were finished. You're just rambling on there.
Line's
And you
fine.
kept going and going and going. Keys to the game are brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. Did you want to finish your statement?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. I'm going to renege it now.
Okay, take it back. Just save it. You've made your mark. Now,
Right, exactly.
I didn't feel like I was wide or
That's all I
anything.
was supposed to say, wasn't
it
it?
was, yeah.
You were just starting to dig a hole after
Yeah,
you made your mark.
You're not getting paid by the words.
Really?
You know, you thought so.
Am I normal?
Okay. Go, bud.
And I think what happens too if you get Paul Fleming playing so well, that just makes the shots easier. He can talk about feel with draw weight to Jamie Murphy. It just goes down the line.
Yep.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yep.
with it, Paul. Yep.
Whoa! Whoa!
Oh, very nice, rolling it under.
Super.
Neath, as we mentioned, as we say good afternoon, Kathy Gauthier, yesterday Nova Scotia got a couple of punches in their blue nose, didn't they?
Well, they did, and the first one really hurt. Russ, you've talked a little bit about that, and Paul Fleming early this morning in the elevator, and then Jamie just before the game, both said they're still struggling with the game, that they felt they played extremely well and controlled. We're 2-up coming home against Mike McEwen and that wild card team, and then one shot made the difference of 3 points in the loss. He said they carried that through the night game against Jamie Cooey, who did play well, but he said we got caught not reading the ice well, not catching up, living too much in the past, and that he said they need to get on and move forward if they're going to have a chance against Brad Gushue this afternoon.
And that's such a good point. You know, the advantage that I think to this new format is that you play every second draw. You don't run into any back-to-back games, so you really do have an opportunity, and I look at it as an opportunity to debrief about the game and try and park it. The tougher time is when you have back-to-back games, you come off a stinging loss and you have no time. So it's kind of how you use that time between games. Use it wisely and trying to get over that loss and then refocus for the next one.
So here is Paul Fleming throwing the third stones in a 7th Brier appearance for him. He and Sean Adams nearly pulled it off for Nova Scotia back in 2005, losing to Randy Furby. That was after, a year after Mark Daisy had won the Canadian Championship. They put more effort this year, he said, into it. They played 5 events, and he said, for us, that's a lot. He knows that by comparison to some teams, that's really a year off. But for them, that's a lot. And he thought that that helped them getting ready for the for their tankard.
And you can tell, too, because I think the key was that they had ice. I think Marianne Arsenault talked about that. They had a sheet of ice groomed like arena ice with the curl. And that's such an advantage coming in. You're not trying to play catch-up for a few games, learning how to throw on ice that moves a lot.
We talked about it with New Brunswick and James Grattan. They just went out and curled 91% as a team, but they forfeited 3 games getting to that point.
Weight should be good.
I got all there.
Clean.
Line's good.
Close, Jeff. I think we're fine. Top 4.
Line's good.
Top 4.
Weight's good. Line's really good.
Line's perfect. Half 4 foot.
Line's good. Little worse.
We're all there.
Line's
perfect.
Line's good. Line's good.
Line's perfect. Pretty
Line's
good.
good. Waiting for.
Almost full 4.
Well then.
Walker
Red's
Gallant
in.
backing off on this stone from Mark Nichols.
That's the fast one, eh?
And a little quicker stone to the top edge of the button, so they are sitting 2 with last rock.
Just back 4.
Interestingly enough, in their tankard, they did beat Mark Dacey in the final, 9-5. And so Murphy is here now for a 4th time. Went 4-7 a year ago after having come through the previous format, that pre-trial event to qualify. The thing that Fleming was saying though, Russ, is that, you know, I said, what's the difference between those years when Nova Scotia was, you know, somewhat dominant when you think about Dacey and then Adams? And he said the rest of the country just got that much better, and we didn't keep up.
Yeah.
And he said today, in today's game, and his team in particular has to be on. Everyone has to be on their game. No half shots. And if in fact it is a half shot, it has to be missed the right way.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're going to be punished.
Yeah, you are. Like right now, like they just rolled open, and that gives Gushue a free one. Chance to sit 3 with hammer. No, you're absolutely right. I think the other thing that happened too is we came up with the rule of bringing in an illegal alien, I call it, bringing somebody in from out of province, and somebody with a statue of a Brad Gushue can handpick an awfully good player. They basically got the best curler in Prince Edward Island to play second stone for them. They brought in a lead from Alberta. You know, it's can Fleming do that? He can try, or Murphy, but when Murphy phones you and says to Mark Kennedy, would you please like to play third for me, it probably won't happen. So it's tough for some of the teams that haven't built up their reputation.
Yeah, I think it might, if anything, it'll slide a foot or 2 better. So 2-3 feet less. Just the second one down here. So Real
So
close.
Paul Fleming it was a bit of a guess. They were trying to throw back 8 weight, and the guess is more where you put in the broom for back 8 weight. They've seen draws, they've seen hits.
Little wider line,
Now
guys.
an
It's a different
opportunity
path.
here.
Perfect on its own.
It's a different path.
Weight's
Talk
good.
about his first shot being a little
Same
quicker.
weight.
Mark's
About a
first one.
half
They
rod
are.
wider than the last one.
Yeah, we are.
Line's good.
It's curling though. This
Just
one's
by your
wider.
Gotta go, Jeff.
Line.
Gotta go, gotta go.
Okay, you're in the same
Gotta
path
go, gotta
now.
go, gotta go.
You gotta
Hard,
go.
Jeff.
So here they do go.
Hard,
Goliath
Jeff,
Walker.
go. Hard, you gotta go. Hard.
And you gotta go. You had this chance now. Half
Hard. Go
shot.
all you can get,
Take
no more.
advantage.
Okay.
Oh, and then leave it shy.
Just
Didn't
different.
slide as
Like,
good as 6.
even curl more.
A little wider, though, might have caught.
was glass.
Well, I know, but like, didn't run it all the same.
Talking about the differences
Yeah, I think
between
you're six
Mark
girls,
Nichols'
one is-
rocks.
Well, yeah, the first one you heard them say, that's the quick one.
Yeah, it slid. It caught them off guard. It was deep. This one, they couldn't get there, and if those two can't get it there,
Hard, you gotta go. Hard.
They're one of the best teams in the world at matching rocks, but I ran into Brad this morning for a while at breakfast. And he was saying they've never used these rocks. They came from the Scotties. And the great Joel Ocher, the rock matching genius, has no information on these rocks. So they're starting all over like a lot of the other teams, and they've been fooled.
and that's when you really have to rely on your brushers. Like right there, they knew that I would trust them to say, hey, we watched the first one. The first one slid. We knew where it was going to be. The second one, no.
Yep. Tough double here.
Skip Stones and Jamie Murphy in his first.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Zachary Crow. Now Zachary, late licks. Got one. Come across, kick it, and sit down. And they will sit 1, 2, and really close to maybe sitting 3.
So nice.
Kind of lost it.
They did. It kind of jumped on them. Had it at the hog line, and then it went.
Curled hard at the end, eh?
Yeah.
I'm
Really
thinking
great
quiet,
shot.
just back ring.
Those are the things you have to do. You're not going to get very many mistakes from Mark Nichols, and when you get them, you need to capitalize on them.
That's the hard part when you're coaching, I find, is let's say Nova Scotia, for sake of argument, is the underdog here, which they probably are. How do you say to them, go out there and be as aggressive as you can? Because that's the only way you're going to get Gushue or Mark Nichols to miss. Because your tendency is to keep it as simple as you can so that you don't give up a big score. It's that fine line, isn't it?
It is, and timing, right? When you go, when you don't go, there's moments when you should and shouldn't, and that's hard to teach.
I didn't get a chance to ask you, and I will
I
now.
gave Mark a little bit more than that for the draw.
You said something earlier when they were throwing lead
Like, I was
stones,
thinking,
Russ.
like,
You
just
said
playing hack and just that way you
it
can hit
doesn't
a little
matter
bit, you
what
get half
Nova
the rock,
Scotia
but like
does.
the back line, you got to hit a quarter.
Gushue's going to ignore you.
Edge of the 8.
Yep.
He's just going to play his
Play
game.
hack.
So if you are Nova Scotia,
You like that ice?
how do you approach that kind of thought from Gushue?
It's tough. It's just plain tough. It's hard to, you're not going to out-strategize a team like this with world experience, but I think it's really be
Weight's good. Hack!
very consistent on how you miss shots, where your setup shots are, the angles are. You just have to perform really well. It's all you can do. They can be beaten, but you've got to bring your A game.
Never.
Get that, get that.
Don't think it.
Oh,
He
so
still is. Shot stone belongs to
Probably should have tried to make the
Nova
double.
Scotia.
that?
Center
should've
line,
tried
just
to
off
just
center,
move-
back
just
edge
moving
of the
it in.
4. And without last rock.
I think it's safe on this.
So interesting how this is developing. Remember now that
Yeah, as long as we're not here, because then he can hit that first.
As long as you can't hit this one first.
Right. Okay. What kind of weight? What he threw? Or?
I think
Roll
so.
underneath. You're sitting 3, Cheryl.
Pretty nice start.
Brad can't see much of that yellow one on the outturn side either, the one
Oh, I
top
think more
8.
than that. I think more than that, Paul.
Kind of weight.
In all 4 positions, they're noticeably lower than Gushue, but I think this team matches up well with their style.
good hack weight.
We just talked about it. They love putting rocks in play. They love being aggressive, and I think that's how you're going to get the odd error out of Team Canada.
well, you had that half shot, as we said, from Paul Fleming. Then the light draw, a half shot from Nichols.
Yes.
And look what it's set up now. That
Yes.
maybe there's a steal in it here for Nova Scotia.
Go.
Yep. Hard shot. Hard. Hard.
Zachary Crow.
Hard. Hard. Stay with it.
Stay with it, and they stayed with it. Hits it thin and will spin to the back. But now,
Is there a double?
well, yeah, can you make that?
It's never enough ice.
Yeah.
His first one moved. I'm surprised that they didn't give it a little ice, and they were surprised on the first one, and this was not a lot of weight.
And he asked for more.
Remember, he gave up a 4 earlier in the week by playing a double, not getting either rock out of the rings. There's just so much more curl than this team's used to.
We're not right behind the sheet, but I think if you catch that.
Yes, Brett. We're not second shot.
What's that?
We're not second.
Right hand red. As least amount of it as you can. You can kind of spring that to the left.
What are you looking for? I'm thinking
If
board.
you'd ever kick it right out.
Huh.
It's a simple, too.
I think I need a little more than that.
Can you get it for 4? Can you throw it that hard and get by the guard? With that much ice, looks like they're playing it for 2, Cheryl.
I think on the maximum.
I think it's max.
Yeah, I don't think they can see enough.
Might be a little fresher though.
They haven't played a great end, so 2 would be huge. Yeah, there you go. You can't throw peel.
Final stone
It's
here
good.
in 1
Little solid.
right now. It is
Little
Nova
heavy.
Scotia sitting the single.
Close.
Back edge of the 4-foot.
Right off. Right
Walker,
off.
Gallant.
Right off.
Now Gallant, some late licks. There you go. 1, kick it, touch it. Oh, no. He didn't move it far enough. And they'll have to settle for that single just being kicked away. Back edge of the 4.
Curls another inch.
And another inch, maybe. Just 1 for the defending Canadian men's
hair more weight,
world
but-
champions.
Yeah, more weight or less weight.
The 2018 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how. By Scotties, Sponge Towels, Purex, and Cashmere. Proud sponsors of the Scotties Tournament of Hearts for over 35 years. And by Ford of Canada. Proud partner with Curling Canada for over 20 years.
Well, let's start our updates on this Tuesday afternoon. Kathy, let's go to Mike McEwen, Team Wildcard, as he plays the Territories.
Well, the shot stone is for sure the one in the 4-foot. That's the final draw by Jamie Cooey. It is hard to tell who is second shot. Mike trying to go through the port and make the double.
And he'll leave himself with just that 1, sitting back 8 for the single. McEwen trying to bounce back. After a loss last night, Cooey comes in at 2-2. Alberta against the Yukon, and it's Alberta, of course, Brendan Botcher, but it is Yukon with last rock, so you get a look at Thomas Scoffin of Whitehorse.
Well, Brendan Botcher is shot stone, biting the button, and he guarded on his final stone, and that forces Thomas out into the wings a little bit. Does need a bite of the button for the single.
All yours, guys. All yours. Hard, guys. Hard, guys. Hard. Hard, you got it. Hard,
Rocking the purple this week are Yukon. And it'll come up a little light, over curls that stone right there, T-line. Alberta steals 1. And Newfoundland Labrador with a steal of 1 in the first against BC. So Greg Smith from St. John's ahead of Sean Gill of Kelowna. And we want to welcome back David Harper as he's back in his lead position after the false alarm with the baby watch. But the baby watch continues for BC with both Harper and third Jeff Richard and their wives expecting.
I ran into Jeff Richard, and he said, "No, my wife's on bed watch." And I said, "Oh, really? What happened?" He goes, "No, I told her she had to lay in bed, do nothing, because she can't have that baby till the Brier's done." I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's good. Nothing's wrong."
So Team Canada has to settle for the single, and Nova Scotia will have the last round. They have the hammer playing the redstone here in 2.
Well, and that's pretty massive for it's a success for Team Nova Scotia to get a force, and you know Team Canada is not used to not converting with the hammer.
I was going to just say, Russ, who do you think is more satisfied with that end? Nova Scotia giving up 1 or Team Canada's just scoring a single?
I think Gushue really was facing 3 there. If Jamie had rolled a little bit less, I don't think Gushue could find a way to score, so at least he got a single. He still has control.
Look there.
Top 14.
I'm not quite
Hey,
into it.
line's
That's
gonna get a
way
little
ahead of
tight.
Mark.
T-line.
Yep. Gotta go for line. Oh, there. Hard.
Still there.
I know.
Still there.
Hard. Where is it? Hard. Back four. Hard to get by. Hard.
Still there.
Hard. Whoa, let it rub. Whoa.
Oh, just a little rub as they couldn't sneak it by and finally spill to the top 8.
Go, bud. Yeah.
Early game opportunities
I like
for
the
Nova
same
Scotia
weight,
when
Scott.
both teams are guessing where to put the broom, what the
him.
Rocks are doing.
Yeah. Here we go.
Which again goes back to, I think, what Paul Fleming was saying as well. If you're given those opportunities, Rush, you better use them. Take them.
No question. There's absolutely no question against Team Canada. You're only going to get so many. You know, Mark's now figured out he's got a little quicker rock, so he should be a little more accurate on the draws.
Okay. Nice weight.
And rolls it away.
Yeah. He was that much full.
Yeah. Here. This is the 6, the straighter one. Normal weight, guys.
Normal. Easy, Norm.
Yep. Whoa.
Weight's good.
Yep. Yep.
Quiet if anything.
Hard.
Well, weight's good.
Yep. Whoa. Clean. Whoa. Good throw.
Avoids that stone just outside the rings, possible.
Okay.
Jam stone.
I think the other advantage Team Gushue has, along with 4 good shot makers and a brilliant brushing, is they're pretty consistent on their releases. They're not a lot of playing around the inside, outside, the same rotation. They're pretty readable for Gushue.
Makes putting the broom down a lot easier.
Yeah.
Less thinking for the skip.
Yep. Whoa.
It used to be skips, Russ would manage, you know, whatever came at them. So that wasn't kind of a theme, and now you really notice that, where teams work really hard on all having as identical as possible releases.
With such precision needed, it would be difficult to have, 4 different releases coming at you.
Better this way. What's that? We don't really know this, do we?
No. It's like edge of 8.
Board weight, broom the similar spot at half
Yeah,
rock.
I think we play the same turn.
Okay.
Gonna try for the roll now. It's higher in the house.
Yeah, same ice with a little less weight.
This rock might finish a little better.
Yep, it will.
Totally.
So bring the weight down to board.
Is that firm normal?
And you get a little bit of a steeper roll, and you'll avoid that rock in the back.
Yeah, that's the one they're worried about, isn't it? That jam at the back or Brad standing.
A little hard.
No, weight's good. Board weight. Weight's perfect.
No. Yep. Yep.
Whoa.
Hard.
Weight's good.
Whoa. 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 Watch the shooter. Shooter, go, 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 go. Hard, hard.
Look at that.
What?
Actually overrode it.
So good.
All because of picking the right weight.
Not bad.
They knew the angles for the jam and knew exactly where they had to hit it to roll.
Tough to pick the right weight out that wide in the weeds, too. They weren't quite sure how fast that would come down.
Yeah, and your tendency is always to overthrow it out there.
Paul Fleming. One just runs it by and then leaves that shooter well wide and covering the outside edge of the
You
12.
try and draw in. There's just, we're getting it pretty tight. You go there.
Yeah, and he's trying to roll under.
Yeah. Guard. Okay.
Guard has to be perfect, and that's a concern for Canada.
there will be
There's a
close to
corner
center
guard
line.
there. Make sure you don't show Nova Scotia the center line side.
Yeah,
And no
yeah.
opportunity for the rollover.
Right this way, Cheryl, as opposed to putting
We
it
want to give them your
on the
side.
other
Well, that's what I
side.
was just going to say.
If you leave them a piece on the outturn side, that just gives Nova Scotia the chance to roll there. So it's make it perfect
Any
or
better
stay on
ideas?
the low side.
I like this shot.
Speed's basically the same as draw out of the button in Jeff's path. I think you're pretty.
This is more like sort of in between the two paths, eh?
You'll see sometimes teams, especially early in a game when they're not sure about this, is play to top 8, not right around the corner, but just tucked. And then if any roll is made, you've got your own to run back in there. Either or works.
Lots of
Top
weight.
12.
Lots of weight, yeah.
Top 12.
Well, then.
Top 12. No, we're just short.
Whoa.
Oh, it's heavy.
We're okay.
Foot
Line's
short.
good. Close.
Don't want to.
Foot short. Hold it a bit if you can.
I think it might have to finish
Yep,
a little
Jeff.
here, Brett.
Real
Line's
tight.
good.
Line's good.
Looks like we're over.
Yep, hard jump.
Yep.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Good.
Whoa.
Good.
Just precision.
Perfect spot. No
Yeah.
chance for a roll on.
Every bit as hard as drawing the button, isn't it, that shot? You know, you have to have the exact right speed. Otherwise,
I don't
the
think he
line's
can bump
useless.
it out. I don't want to bump it out. Just want to get to the nose and bump to the back of the 8 foot.
It's interesting to note here they are,
Let's play
these
this.
two skips,
I like that too.
18 years after they met in the
Little overthrow there?
2001
I think so. And then
Canadian
Should be okay.
Junior
yeah, it's fine.
in St. Catharines. And of course,
Run it back.
Brad Gushue went on to win the Canadian and World Championship there that year. But Jamie, native of Fredericton, was representing New Brunswick at that time.
That's right.
And so he was representing NB. And all these years later, here they are.
A lot of history.
Yep. Whoa. Yep.
Oh, yep, yes.
Yeah, he
Paul. Oh, you got
got
one.
it, but where's it going to go, Wendy? Good little alert brushing there by Fleming to just help drag it out from behind those two stones out in
Go in the
front, and
weeds,
there is
man.
a slight
No, it's
stagger
St.
there.
Just took- Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You think he ever takes
Unfortunately,
that on?
that's
Let him
going to
do it.
allow Team Canada to sit
Just,
two and possibly the force.
Full 8.
Full 8, yep. Even top 12 mark is fine.
Interesting call. And normally a team would go around that rock that's pretty close to the center line, but that would leave the whole 4 foot for Jamie. He's a great drawer. Keeping this almost wide open. It's tough now. Put it right in the center line. It's
You don't
tough
have to throw a
for
lot different ways.
Nova Scotia to get around it and be shot rock.
More, two feet more.
You just don't want to slide in deep enough that Nova Scotia can hit it and be shot. So it's just
I like it.
top 8.
Like the
It's
weight.
perfect.
Line's great.
Don't
Line's
need
good.
it. Don't
Pretty
need
close. Line's
it.
great.
Full 8, guys.
Don't
Just
need
full
to.
8. Just full 8.
Line's
Line's
perfect. Line's perfect, guys.
Full 8. Just full 8. Just full 8.
Full 8. Full 8. Yep.
Hard, hard, hard,
Yep,
hard,
yep, yep, yep,
hard,
yep,
hard.
yep,
It's good. It's good. It's good.
Great work, boys.
Good spot, guys.
Yeah, nice.
1, 2, 3 red. They all belong to Newfoundland and Labrador. And remembering that Greg Smith did steal one in the first, so more pressure on Sean Gill.
Well, and it's a different shot for Sean Gill. It was a double made by Greg Smith on his first one, and up weight by Sean Gill to try to get to them. Went by the outside, got nothing, and that allowed Greg Smith to draw into lie 3. Needs the button. Ouch.
3.
3 it is. 1, 2, and 3 more. Newfoundland Labrador at 1 and 3. And really what we've, even just after Penticton, suggesting is a must win. 3 losses will get you something, you would think. 4 is likely too many, realizing and remembering this is a short 7-game round robin in this these 2 opening pools.
Oh, it comes up pretty fast. Jamie Murphy's going out wider now,
Back 12.
Yes.
trying to play for the backing.
Hard, you gotta go.
It's not heavy. There's got to be some pebble here.
Kroll's with it. Zachary joins him now.
Yep. Clean. Clean.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Just
whoa,
clean.
whoa, whoa,
Clean.
whoa.
Please.
Clean it.
Clean. Heavy clean. Good.
Great shot.
Very nice shot. Great. You have to think that he was guessing a little bit, going against the tide of play towards the middle, Nova Scotia.
Thanks.
The Brier Tankard is just, it's an amazing trophy. It's our Stanley Cup.
You play all your life to get these opportunities, and they don't come around all the time.
When it finally gets walked out on that ice, it just sends shivers up your spine.
Last year in St. John's, seeing Brad over at the patch, bringing the Brier Tankard in, it was just something I'll never, ever forget.
I mean, I was talking to somebody else the other day. I said, the Brier is the Super Bowl. It's everything.
It's not only a huge honor to be on that list because there's so many great curlers that have won the national championship, but to do it twice would be extra special.
As a kid growing up, it was a dream to try and hoist that Brier trophy one day, so I'd like to have that opportunity.
It's definitely a symbol of our sport, and it's a trophy that people recognize without even reading what it's for. They just kind of see it sitting there and they know what it is.
Yeah, it's a dream come true to hoist it up and then all of a sudden have that maple leaf on your back. I can't even imagine.
I've pictured us multiple times having that thing at the end of this week, and would love nothing more than to hoist that thing over our heads once again.
And this man got a chance to raise the tankard for the first time last year and did it at home. As Brian joins us now, it was quite something. You talk about people surfing, but there was that tankard surfing across the crowd at the patch last year.
If that trophy could write a book, I'll tell you, it would be fantastic. A lot of great stories to go with that trophy, and Brad Gushue's team, no different. So the night after they won, Brad actually slept with the trophy. He got permission from his wife, Krista, so that was okay. And the stories continue as well. Mark Nichols took it home, and he celebrated for a day with his family. Jeff Walker is from Alberta, so he brought it back home to Beaver Lodge, Alberta, and they had a special celebration for them as well. And Brett Gallant, maybe the coolest story. So he's from PEI originally, and the first time that they actually saw the heart with their names on the trophy was actually in PEI when they had a special celebration for Brett. And actually, the first time as a team they all saw it was right here, so it was pretty cool. They posted on social media as a team. They saw it here together for the very first time.
Well, in order to be able to win that, it's been since 2004 that Nova Scotia had a heart on that trophy with their province. And for Jamie Murphy and his team, they came into this thinking that 5-2 is where they needed to be to make the championship pool. They've reassessed and now saying that 4-3 is the goal, feeling that that at least will give them a tiebreaker. And not disregarding Brad Gushue, but Jamie's very clear. We are not professional curlers. We are not expecting to get the same results as those that do this for a living.
No, I mean, that's what we said earlier, Kathy, that 5 events for them is going hard. That's a big season for them. But no, they don't approach it the same way. So they have some things to overcome. But by the same token, they've invested more time. As Paul was saying to me, their practices now aren't just up and down the sheet playing for beers and a steak dinner.
Right.
They're going out and their practices are situational. And they'll look at things and try to get better in that regard. And also that sheet of ice at the Halifax Curling Club. But really, you go back to Mark Dacey in 2004, and then you follow it up with Adams and the silver medal, and then Dacey again. Those were the heyday of Nova Scotia curling. Remembering, of course, that Nova Scotia has won the Brier just the 3 times, and the last was Dacey, but they could have made it 2 in a row in 4 and 5. But then you look at what has happened since. Paul Fleming had that struggle in 13. Murphy, then there were the 2 years they failed to get out of the qualifying pool. And now here they are again in 18. And 4-3. And realizing that this one is probably one they wouldn't have checked off. But what we've seen so far, I think you'll agree, is a Team Canada that's not quite on their game. It would be a big win for them if they could, in fact, get through Gushue.
And they're capable. They really are. There's 4 really good players out there. Like you say, they can't invest that kind of time. But I always go back to the Brunswick theory is if you could just not play the first 4 games of the Brier, you'd be right there. And James Gratton's done that just now, 91% as a team.
Maybe, too, with your expectation being a little less, like he said, we don't expect to get the same results. And maybe the pressure on yourself, the self-imposed pressure is a little less, too, right?
Sure.
That works. I talk about that for Olympic athletes going over. Some expect to get 6th place and they celebrate and have a party. Some expect a gold.
Yeah, it's so true, isn't it?
So just that probably allows them just to play with a little less of their own pressure.
Here in the third of a 1-1 tie, it'll be Team Canada. It does have the last rock playing the Yellowstones. A little hit, roll to the center line, and just touches the top edge of the 12. Shot zone at the moment, though, T-line, edge of the 8. It belongs to Nova Scotia, and it is behind a corner.
Control.
And it's in a pretty good spot for a possible force, and if they can roll on here.
Whoa.
Paul Fleming.
Yep. Whoa. A little bit. Oh.
Crowell gets it, and he just won't go enough. It looks like it isn't tightly tucked behind.
Little piece on the out-turn side, you can see it.
Pretty long guard, too.
Probably could even get under there. What is it, edge on edge?
No, there's a piece buried.
Okay. Solid hack to here.
Just, yeah.
You can see why Jamie Murphy left that stone where it is. I mean, they could have rolled slightly a little bit more right as we're looking at it, but if this is made, they've got their own stone and it's a really short run.
Exactly.
Just board.
Yep.
Quiet board.
Easy board.
Low, Brett.
Low,
Quiet.
Off,
Brett.
Okay. Heavy hack. No. Close.
No.
Heavy hack.
Hack.
Just hack.
Yep.
Close. Whoa, off. Anything, Brett. Anything you get.
Wow, he got to that pretty
good
easily,
shot.
didn't he?
Yeah, no kidding. It's all about throwing the appropriate speed, and that's exactly what came out of Mark's hand.
Same weight.
Didn't roll enough and still allows a chance for Nova Scotia to get back at it and maybe roll a little bit further to the right, under cover. It's getting a little higher in the rings, too.
Whoa, easy. Good board. Clean. Easy. Good board. Clean. Whoa. Whoa.
Hair heavier than Mark's. Therefore, the other way, right? It's just speed control, isn't it?
Oh, almost thought it was going to come back in.
Okay, Paul. It's out. I still hate this rock, but
yeah,
do this.
Yeah, try to roll it in.
Well, Yukon has replied with a couple to take the lead on Alberta. Thomas Scoffin. And steal of 3 by Mike McEwen now has him in front by 4 over Jamie
If you ever do
Cooey.
that, you let him in there first. Let's go here.
It's not an easy draw.
Just got to make sure, if anything, we give him this side.
If we knows, where does he draw, though?
Yeah.
Well, there'd be a hole here on the intern.
And we split.
What's that?
Run. Okay, I don't mind the draw.
I like it.
Top 8.
Top 8.
Should be good. Speed should be good.
One of the rules as a young skip always remember is control the front, and that's why Brad's a little bit worried about with this red one. So it's a balancing act here. You've got hammer, you've got the corner guards, you put them there for a reason. Let's go around them. But in the back of his head, he sees that red center guard.
And I always look at a skip's first instinct call, and he said, I don't like this one here. But they're going to still throw around the corner.
Yeah.
Whoa, don't want it there. T.
Top 4.
Lots of room.
Top 4.
Needs a curl big.
It's all there.
Top 4. Jeff's in.
Line's really bad.
Oh, it's
Mark
all there.
Nichols.
Top 4.
Go, Jeff, go.
Top
go.
8, top 4.
Out of it. Go. Help him, Brett. Keep it alive. Help him. Help him. Hard. Hard. Go. Go, Jeff. Hard.
Parker and
Keep it
Gallant.
Go.
Wow. They made something out of that. That movement was all late.
They're such big men, and they can put so much downward motion.
The line was really bad.
With that little extra curl.
The line was really bad until they got on it.
Right center. Like that?
I do.
Good hack.
Yep. Hack weight should do it.
You heard Brad Gushue say right here to Brett Gallant, keep it alive, get on it. So what he's really saying is drag it a little further, and then we'll get Jeff Walker pushing to get some curl.
In there, right?
Back forward, even but before you got on, it was top 4.
Tough.
Stay here more.
He can make contact here, but he has to be so light with his speed. Can he hit enough of it to generate enough speed to kick that yellow out? Plan B is roll behind that center guard that Brad was worrying about.
Well, and it concerns me how straight the draw came in.
Yeah.
So you throw any weight, what does it do?
Hack.
Close. Close.
Yep.
Whoa. Whoa.
Skip Stones.
Yep.
Here in 3. Jamie Murphy.
Yep.
Hard. Jeez.
And all over that guard.
Yep.
Whoa.
Okay.
Great throw.
That's good. I think the nose hit's probably the shot, eh? Great throw. Give one crack at the roll.
It didn't seem like a natural break to me. That seemed like super aggressive. I got the 3/4 point. Didn't you find?
I thought, Brad.
Maybe a pick.
Well, or
like,
you know, you
mine
saw
came down
Team
a fair bit.
Canada
Now, Paul threw
scrubbing
too,
really
so-
hard to make it curl, and then they went over that exact same
You
path.
were like 3 feet heavy.
It was all right, I think.
I'm just saying, you weren't light to
All
cause
it hit the corner, didn't move it out and
That
rolled
just
there.
looked a little unnatural to me.
So did his draw, though.
Well, at the very end when Brett carved it. But they had
There
tons
you
of
go.
line.
Yeah. Yeah.
When they carved it.
Probably going to be a little keener.
And very few teams can carve it, right, like they can.
Yeah, these new materials have really softened up all that controversy, but it's still working to a smaller degree.
Right. But
more than
to
Marty.
the ability of those
Good
using
board.
it.
Yeah,
Yes,
right.
exactly.
I mean, you have to be good to use it.
And have a lot of strength and downward pressure. Can make a big difference with that.
Whoa, clean, clean.
Just board.
What?
I think what Paul's trying to say is maybe that either that rock or it was just a spot in the ice because it moved unnaturally, and he's trying to kind of get that to
Yeah, what is it? Right.
Jamie. Yeah, should we look at that rock a little more, or
Thanks.
was it a pick? You just don't know. Keep an eye on the rock.
Roll behind red. Hey?
Yeah, okay.
Just a little less, maybe.
Okay.
If you have to roll behind, if you don't make this roll behind the red, be aggressive. Try to roll behind the yellow even. It makes it a shade more difficult for Brad Gushue to score 2.
Oh, off, never. No.
Final stone for James. Jamie
Let
Murphy
go.
out of Nova Scotia.
Whoa,
Halifax curling clubs. Scott Zachary. He'll got him now. Where's this roll going to go?
Stay with it.
Staying with it.
Yep.
Taking it back now. Taking it all the way back, and we'll hang it on the back edge of the 8. But it's in the... there is that long guard now, but is there a hole to get through? There you see that long guard.
That's
So
a pretty good spot.
That's what we were saying. The overroll at least makes them think.
Just hack.
The unfortunate part for Nova Scotia is the port is really exactly where you have to throw it to tap this out.
And the guard's really long.
It looks buried, but it isn't.
I was thinking like just hack.
Just to the half.
I got a
We
quarter. I
often
should be
say
able
that
to-
those long guards really are not there at all,
Yeah,
but
get
this
that ice.
one, for one of the few times, actually does come into play.
You can see it, that's for sure. But it'll definitely, you can probably get by that guard by a best part of a foot, though, Vic, if Brad's got the right weight. So it forces Brad to be perfect with his speed control.
Actually, I don't mind going with just through because I don't quite have a quarter.
Yeah, like just.
Do you want me to open it up a little bit? Just an inch more. Yeah.
Throwing like 2 to hack.
Yeah, like just 2 there. Yeah, just.
I like
through.
that.
This is what he's so good at.
Yeah,
Should be
nice
good,
He
yeah.
makes these particular tough shots simpler by throwing the right speed.
And then with those brushers, if he ever is a little bit down, they can manage it for him.
No, just to the hack.
Final stone right now, it is Nova Scotia sitting the shot rock.
Just to the hack.
Back edge of the 8. So the weight out of his hand, they like, just to the hack. Nothing yet. Walker, little dust now, a little bit more. Gets by 1, gets by 2, gets by their own. There you go. That's how you get 2. That's why they are Canadian and world champions.
Yeah, good. Way to set the trap, Jimmy.
Are you ready, Kathy?
I am.
Okay, let's go. Alberta against Yukon, and we told you Yukon scored 2 in the second to take the lead. Brendan Botcher now for a couple.
And a wide open hit, and this end really generated this deuce generated by a very nice hit and roll by Darren Moulding underneath the corner guard. That set up play on the other side of the house. And Thomas Scoffin not able to make the big roll under. There's your 2.
The Alberta champions out of the Saville Community Sports Centre in Edmonton, second straight year for Brendan Botcher. 3-8 a year ago in the previous format, of course. This year, first time ever, 16 teams at the Tim Hortons Brier in 2 pools of 8. The top 4 after pool play as of tomorrow night will then advance and take their records into the championship round leading to the playoffs.
Not overcurling that bad.
As we welcome you back here on this Tuesday afternoon, featured game Team Canada against Nova Scotia. Team Canada with 4 straight wins. Nova Scotia 2-2. And it is Nova Scotia that does have the last rock. They have the hammer, playing the Redstones here in 4.
Vic said it best. It was you're talking to Team Nova Scotia about limiting the half shots. Paul Fleming hit and rolled out there. That gave Mark Nichols the free one. He buried it perfectly. That set up the 2.
Weight's good. Okay, go ahead. Line's good.
You can make 6, 7.5 shots in an end and give up 2s every single time.
Did you have to start with Vic said it best?
I didn't say good point.
Oh, good. Yeah, because he's over here just all beaming away.
Didn't have to say anything.
No. Oh, I could just see you beaming.
Gosh, sometimes I feel like I'm in school.
Getting scolded.
Yep.
Brett Gallant.
Yep. Hard. Good.
Well, and Jamie Murphy didn't deserve what he got on his first either. He threw that well. It caught everybody by surprise when it overcurled. Jumped on them.
I'd be tempted to freeze it again. Exact same shot.
90? No. What'd you get, Muscle? I threw it. I don't know.
85.
Sorry.
Try to lock it on. More importantly, get the right line so there's no red double.
Hard line.
These are the ones that are so rewarding if you can line them up. And if you're a little offline, it's the worst shot in the world.
Short. Well.
Halfway.
Curl it.
Oh, curl.
They decide to go short, drop it short.
Yep. Hard.
Scott Zachary.
A little more rotation. It's got nothing.
And you hear that quite often from the teams that don't play on arena ice very often. No rotation, needs more. It's just that's a rule.
And
a rule of thumb.
It is, and it's hard to. I remember going from playing in the clubs and then moving to arenas, and we'd only get the once in a while opportunity, and to try and get that ingrained, to have that release and those rotations and the difference that it makes, and then it affects the weight you throw on everything. It takes some time.
My worst Brier personally was the 91 Brier when it was the first time they'd used the Santa Rocks, but nobody knew they were using them. We just thought the ice was soft, or we didn't know what it was. But I just couldn't throw it hard enough. I was top 12, top 8, top 8, top 12. I just couldn't, because I had that slow rotation. The rock would plow, it would slow down a little bit. You just couldn't get the feel.
Well, and then I think it gets tricky. You're playing against the teams that do throw rotation. So do you start icing off their ice? They're taking a little less ice because their rocks will track down a line. There's a lot that goes into kind of getting caught out there.
A little bit of cleanup work here. There's a nice angle here. You might even get both yellows on this with this red one. It's a long raise.
No, never.
Get over there.
Yep.
Fine, Scott.
Oh, it's close.
Yeah, very close.
It was really close. It's not bad where the advanced stone went to the left there. It's usable.
You can't stick that, but...
Yeah. Unless you play a board and...
You could hit that red corner.
Roll in.
Because that's going to be raised in possibly. So you could hit it and roll over and get 2 things out of it. Get rid of the raise and come up with another guard.
Ideally, but that's the furthest we could take it.
I think because it's pretty hard to stick it, they're going to go on the offense.
Just short of it.
Yeah. Stick it for 2, you mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just past half. Not bad.
Okay, line's good.
Weight's good. Broom line.
Gonna need to curl.
We got room, guys.
Red's in.
Broom lengths are tighter.
Oh, really? Whoa, it's gonna really need to curl then. 3 feet short. No, we're gonna set it up for him. Broom length.
Go ahead, Brett.
No,
Go ahead.
Leave it alone.
You let it
alone.
high.
Leave it alone. Broom length. Leave it alone. Okay.
Just kill the line a bit.
You just killed the line a little bit early. We didn't need to sweep it.
Well, after giving up the first 4 points, British Columbia, Sean Gill replies with a triple in the third. And it's now 6. One with last rock, steal of 3, steal of 2. Mike McEwen ahead of Jamie Cooey.
Pretty good too.
Yep. You got her, bud.
Trying to run that yellow in onto the red, Cheryl?
They are, and then you just heard Paul say, even if it's a touch high and they spill off both yellows.
Open it up on both sides.
Yeah, that's pretty good too.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa.
And that red is there to run in.
Off. Right off. Right off. Whoa. Right off.
Oh, great shot.
Well, he's going to angle it back, and the double angle raise leaves now Nova Scotia sitting shot rock. And they are covered.
How nice is that? Didn't overthrow it.
Paul Fleming's impersonating Marianne Arsenault, I think, from the Scotties. He's made a lot of shots.
7th appearance at the National Championship for Fleming.
Yep. Heavy
A couple of Canadian mixed titles to his name.
Whoa. Easy.
Another one of those people who just loves the game.
That's like board, guys. Whoa,
It's heavy hack.
It's heavy hack. Whoa. Jeff, follow through on the red. Follow through on the red. Make circles. Go, 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 go. Okay.
Look at that weight again. Just enough to push it out. Just failing to roll it underneath that corner. And they're turning this around here. They're sitting the 2 Team Canada without last rock.
I think. You can't roll this anywhere good. He's just going to go.
I think this is the get there first situation. You could play the hit and roll on the right as Jamie Murphy talked about, but you're rolling deep behind the tee line and you know exactly what Team Canada is going to do. So get there first, top 4.
Tougher too, isn't it, to roll perfect as opposed to loop one around here with this big curl. Canada's got a tough raise with that yellow center guard in the way too, I think.
Paul's also had to overcome some knee problems and feeling better physically, feeling better then about his game. Any athlete, any sport will tell you that. You end up worrying about your injuries, and that affects the game.
Yeah, it's coming out and you're feeling pain. You're not thinking about draw weight. This is sliding.
Now he's in pain for another reason.
Be a little wary of this, eh?
Yeah, I know.
So I think if we can get it sunk in there, it's probably best.
Further in.
Half shot last end ended up costing him a point.
He might take this on, whether it makes that double or tries to stuff it.
Absolutely. He might take it on, but we can't not give it to him.
With this one, but not quite, eh?
Just keep it above the tee line so we can't freeze.
Where'd you go with that? Here?
Yeah.
It's a great relationship. It was a couple of years, of course, when Mark Nichols went out to Manitoba, play with Jeff Stoughton, but they've been together since their junior days, Gushue and Nichols.
Yeah, what a team. They really are. It's trying to go a little bit deeper here because what they're worried about is Nova Scotia coming in there, so they want to go a little deeper than maybe they normally would. But as Brad said, you can't take away everything, so just make your shot as well as you can and sit back and hope. That would be a tough angle raise. It would have to be.
Top 4, guys. Tee.
I liked it.
It would have to stay buried to cause any injury.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Okay.
Top button.
Jeff.
Wait's real nice. Wait's real nice, but it's there.
Top button. Red's in if you got to sweep. Red's in.
Line's good. Line's good.
Gotta go.
And go. Here they go. Walker and Gallant.
Whoa.
Oh, that's just too nice,
Tough,
too good.
It really is. It really, now that angle raise is tough because the yellow on the top 8's kind of in the way.
More because if he were to make the double and leave it open.
On.
Then he's guarding. Then you got either that or that, but that's going to be hard if you're there.
Well, if we're cornered, this will be there.
Yeah. Unless he comes right in, which I doubt.
I mean, I just want to kind of score right now. I mean, we can try that now if you want.
Well, I mean, it's very makeable. I'm in if you are. And even if you catch it a little thin, you're always...
So, if we catch it thin and then he guards this side, I should be able to play like this to give him one,
And
right?
you can still nut it.
Yeah, no, I get it.
If you like it.
Can you nut it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like control?
Well, it's all line, so I mean, you can even...
Or maybe normal.
You can go normal. Okay.
That's why Brad came so deep, because now this angle is a little tricky to get by that one. So there's two choices: hit it right there and stay,
Like this?
or hit it right there and kick over to there, and you'd have a bit of a saver there. At least you'd eliminate a couple of yellows, and probably Brad will hit that, but you'd probably score, and that's kind of all they're hoping for right now.
That's exactly what he said. Right now, Jamie Murphy just want to score. And right now it is Team Canada that is sitting the 3 without as we play here in 4. And Murphy's first.
Normal. Whoa. Off. Close. Whoa. 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 Scott.
Paul Fleming saying, I'm game if you are.
Scott.
It's up to him on the call. There's that
Yep,
one.
yep, yep.
And rolling it over and almost getting it to the side.
A minor victory to get that out of there.
No kidding. Beautiful shot.
Throw. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I love the weight these guys are throwing now. And, they've softened it up and
Try
give
the
it to
roll,
the
but
pressures.
Gave it a chance.
If we're not making it, let's pound it for the nose. I just don't want to roll it there. It makes it easy. Okay? Yeah, we're playing a roll. Yeah. Just
On 1-2 yellow. That belongs in. Interesting how the game's turned around. BC off to a very slow start and now putting pressure on Newfoundland and Labrador, and the final stone coming up for the skip from St. John's, and that, of course, Greg Smith.
Greg tried a double on his first one and only got one, and that allowed Sean Giel to go around. And it is a shot stone, but it is behind the tee line.
Newfoundland and Labrador with someone other, of course, than Brad Gushue. First time in 11 years that it is another name. And he'll slide
too far.
You bet. A 2-2 for a 2 on the board.
God.
Heavy board. Pretty heavy.
Whoa! Hard. Close.
Yep.
Whoa! Yep. Yep. Hard. Hard. No roll.
Okay.
Wait.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I didn't throw it real clean. It would have been hard for him to call line on that one.
Pretty good. I think that's better than nosing. He's got to now at least draw.
Well, nose. What is he doing?
Draw.
Yeah, I know. Nose he's strong.
Is there anything other than a draw here for Murphy?
No, that's pretty much it. That's all he's got. And interesting because he hasn't, I can't think back on a draw he's throwing. It's been all hits, taps.
That's just biting, so that's against 4.
Line's good.
Remember, Paul threw one deep here.
Line's good.
They can go off of that one. That's all Jamie
good.
has for feel.
Line's good, guys.
All right, guys. All right,
It's full
All right, you got it.
4. Big carry
All right, you
here.
got it. Come on.
Crowell, Zachary.
Keep
Come on,
going.
fellas, a little bit more.
Good sweep.
That is great sweep. Not good sweep, great sweep. Scott Zachary, Phil Crowell saving it for Murphy.
Yeah, curl it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, Brad's did there too, his first one.
Really move.
Sweet. I've had Brad's line kind of on his first one.
Well, Monday, starting April the 2nd, from the network that brought you Lost, comes the story of 500 mysterious refugees and one unimaginable secret. The Crossing. It's a new series. Monday, starting April the 2nd at 10, 8 Mountain on CTV. And there you got a look at the snow, which was unimaginable for a lot of people. Interestingly enough, we did tell you the story that we got stuck in the parking lot trying to go home on Sunday night. Last night, there was snow again, and a fair bit of it. And we didn't get stuck in the parking lot. The only person that wasn't in the van with us was who?
Russ.
Russ. We plowed through it just fine. Yeah.
I didn't trust you, Vic. I went home in a pickup truck.
There you go, yeah. There was sunshine today, which was nice to see, and of course the cleanup continues from this area right through to Winnipeg. I'm told Kathy says was hard hit. Great draw by Nova Scotia. Jamie Murphy. We go to 5. 3-2. Team Canada leads it, and they once again have last rock playing the Yellowstone.
Good shot. Nice. Yeah, really good draw. It was only a second draw of the game, and you look at his struggles coming in. Had been draw weight just the last 2 games. He'd been brilliant the first 2 that we'd watched, Jamie Murphy, and maybe ice or rocks in the last couple, but has it back now.
What's on this?
Top 40.
Watts.
A little bit different approach here than you'd see in some of this type of situation. Gushue's one up. He's got hammer.
Top 4.
The first guard goes up. A lot of teams, a lot of cases, you'll go around to the top 8. He went open side. That allows him to sit 2, and it separates the rocks. And I assume he'll start plowing away at those front ones. Makes it a little harder to remove the red ones, but he's got really nice separations with those 2 yellows.
You can make it with hack easy.
Hack? Yep. Go, buddy. Let's go, Scotty. Murph's finished here.
Yep.
Good. Go down.
Gotta go. Really
Hard,
hard,
Phil.
Phil. You still got it.
Hard,
Phil.
Phil.
Still got it.
Come on, bud.
Whoa.
Whoa. Good sleep.
Oh, very nice, Phil Kroll. And nearly got across the nose. I thought there might be a little more finish in it.
Super.
Do the same thing, or we can make a run at that.
Whichever you like.
And it's just good enough because now Brad can't roll under.
Let's do that for now. Hack.
Knows it. You almost can't ignore it. So.
You have to be so patient with this type of surface because Brett knows if he rolls a little bit open, that allows Nova Scotia to ace it 2 and maybe roll right under, which could be the steal point. But you can't wreck the guard either, so just throw it as light as you can. Hair by the guard with safety, and then see if it finishes.
Make sure we bump it through.
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa, hit square.
Mark, follow through.
Just brilliant weight.
Managed to get to the nose as well.
It's a pretty good spot because no matter what, you ever change gears if you're Nova Scotia and come around eventually, you can use that. If they ever played the hit and roll, you can use it. You have to deal with it.
A little more.
Oh.
Oh. Close.
Go ahead, Paul.
Close.
So with a hair extra weight compared to
Gotta
what
go.
Brett Galant just threw, you see the difference here.
Have to kill it good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gets by the guard by a mile.
Okay, that's good.
Now Team Canada can be a little more aggressive if they choose.
Good, Scott.
Enough to push it out the back. Shot rock still remains, though. Team Canada, the Yellowstone, at around 10 o'clock.
Don't want to roll buried.
No, I know.
Yeah, it's high enough in the rings now, Russ,
Same
that
weight.
you roll buried, and now you just threw them a center line guard, another one.
Board. We can go here.
And you're still sitting 2.
Yeah, I just think it's a lot easier to stay there with hack.
Just board though.
Board weight.
Little big.
Little trouble with the rudder foot there coming out.
Right off. Right off.
Curl a bit. Curl a bit. Should be okay. Good.
Just hang it on the edge. Sitting 2.
A little hard, Brad, you think?
Yeah, if anything. Yeah.
I'll play that double.
I don't know. We could sink 1-2 if you like.
This is in.
Okay.
I mean, you can roll to here. Roll to here.
Yeah, pretty risky
A double's
to
not bad too, to be
ignore.
honest.
Yes.
They're only sitting 1. I like it, but
Make that double. Even if you roll over next to it.
Let's play this. You like that?
Not really. Yeah, okay. All right. That's fine.
Makes sense to me. You can roll behind the reds, which would be pretty good, and you can roll behind the yellow, which is pretty good. Even if Gushue makes the yellow run, the one he's thrown is not in the rings.
No, that top roll on the right-hand one, as we're looking at it, looks pretty high, like you're going to go over the top.
And doesn't a separation help you a little bit as well?
Yes.
Does.
Try to get this into the
Gotta go hard.
other side of the sheet here.
Got to go hard here. Phil Kroll. Oh boy.
Paul had been playing so well coming into this. He just half shots, and then that's a completely unusual complete miss.
Just bury a piece.
Yeah, so true.
Try to even it up with the others so there's no double. Full 8. Fight to 4, it looks like.
Would you ever peel those 2 reds? Or you go for the gusto?
Yeah, you could.
Could, couldn't you?
Definitely could.
Top 8, fight to 4?
Yep.
So easy to be negative when you're winning like this, but if this ends up in the wrong spot, it kind of eliminates all the yellows. Like back button, for instance.
Back 4.
Oh, no.
T.
No.
Back 4.
No.
This can't be good if they're yelling back 4.
Still way too deep. No. Top button. No.
Gallant and Walker have just been passengers so far.
Yeah, anything past top 4 is too deep.
I wonder if Mark remembers, because they identified his first stone, assuming he's still throwing them in order, as a little quicker.
Lock it on, bud. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah.
Oh, this changes things.
And now a chance to make amends for Paul Fleming.
Yeah, and this is what you really need Paul to kind of step up on these shots and try and take a little pressure off Jamie and make something that forces Mark Nichols into a tougher shot.
Line's okay. Line's okay.
Line's good. Room.
Have a look, maybe.
Zachary, trouble. Head's just above and up and down, up and down. Where do you want to go? Take it right down to it.
Don't bounce it.
Whoa.
And how's that? Very nice. Great shot. Paul Fleming, after he flashed his first to put it on the face.
Really good bounce back, because he struggled with his draw weight too. Coming this way last end, he was back 12 almost through, I think.
That's a veteran move. You miss on purpose, get Nichols to go a foot deep, freeze one, and you got him.
Make yourself look really good. I saved the end.
Yeah, look at me. Just might have, eh? I think that's a pretty good spot.
It could be it.
Less.
Don't wait. Whoa.
Less weight.
Whoa.
Okay.
Top button.
Top 4.
Whoa. Can't go, guys. Not yet.
Well, they got to go anyway. Right now, it's Walker picking them up.
Whoa.
Hard, help him, Brad. Hard. Go.
We're there now.
We're there now. Come on. You got to move it. Go. Hard.
Little separation, unlock it. Yeah, just gets a little. So a little rattle room now on that red stone.
Well thought out by Brad Gushue. They wanted to move it, so now if that yellow one's raised, it might be shot rock. If they didn't move it, it would not be shot rock.
Well, yeah, he's got the momentum.
I mean, if we're always here, at least we're in there.
Yeah.
Right?
I think you got to come in. I agree.
Because when he hits this from this side, it's still going to hurt this one.
Yeah.
So if we're in here somewhere, it's good. If we can ever overcook it a bit, it makes his a little bit more scary.
That's the one he's eyeing up, though. This one's going to pull this way.
Yeah, but I think he's going to play that to just play.
Oh,
this.
just to pick it.
Yeah.
I see. Well, we got to take a chance on that one.
I think we just try and over get to there.
You want to overcook it?
I think
show him this. We want to make this as difficult as possible, don't we? So don't you want to be right on it?
Okay. It's probably more precise than if we freeze it somewhere, we're probably pretty happy, right? Should be good.
Yeah, Gushue's got the in-off where Paul Fleming's standing. He's got the yellow that's at the front of the rings on the left-hand side. He could raise it in and just pick the red one. Tough, but very rewarding.
It would be. So just freeze another one in there. Try and create a little bit more of an opportunity for a mistake.
Draw the button.
Made a great draw last end.
Did he ever against 4?
Top four. Top four.
Oh.
Jamie
Line's
Murphy
good.
and his
Line's good.
first.
Top 8.
Line's good.
Hard line.
Line's good.
Top 8.
Yep.
Again, Zachary and Crowell have
Hard line.
brushed a lot in this game.
Hard go. Hard.
One more time, trying to take it right down onto the corner.
Oh.
And the over curl.
Covers that side. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they do get in between that yellow rays just on the top edge of the 12.
Yeah, it took that away.
Okay. All right.
Nice tap by Mark Nichols, just freeing up the yellow-red combo enough that if Brad comes down and taps, I think they will be one.
Only chance to get out of it. Little less.
Throwing weight and slicing it.
BC looking to win their first and sitting 1, 2, 3 for sure. Final stone coming up for Greg Smith, Newfoundland Labrador.
Well, the big change from his first one, he tried to play a run back. He got the guard and nothing in the house, and that allowed Sean Giel to bite the top of the forefoot, really shrink. The scoring zone needs full form.
As we watch that little angle raise, and they are sitting 1, Team Canada.
Great shot, Brad.
Oh, it's got to dig in. Knock out, it's all downhill, and there it goes. So 1, 2, 3 for sure. Now they'll take a look around the edge of the 8.
Yep.
It's really close, Kathy.
Yep. Half rock, Murphy.
I think it's 4.
4 it is. As Newfoundland third, Matthew Hunt kicks it away. Struggles right now for Greg Smith.
9 unanswered points in that game. Trying to in-off double here.
Hard, Bill! Back it up.
Crowell trying to hold it now for Murphy. Got one, come across. And he went underneath it. And then they had the little bit of backing as well, so it'll be the chance for a couple here for Gushue.
So close.
Almost.
A little thicker, you're too buried also.
Oh my God. Crazy.
I know we were on the other sheet, but I wondered if he'd looked at just the freeze again.
Yeah.
Like coming down and freezing on top.
It'd never be a 2 that way.
Okay. What's that? Speed's good, yeah. Marcus is hard.
Brad's making
Another
he
broom
missed
head
one
mark's not gonna hurt.
last night. He missed one of these, but he came right back with putting one on the pin.
Careful to wait this far out. But we have played some hits
And in
out
the
here,
draw
so-
to the button prior to the game, he was on the
Same as
pin.
on his phone?
So yeah.
Same weight. Okay.
He certainly knows where it is. Sitting one has a draw for 2 right out of his hand, figures it's a little light, and Gallant and Walker
Line's fine.
agree early, and now they pick him up.
Line's fine.
Nichols likes the line. It's all about where they can drag this now.
Line's good. All right, Brett.
Are we good?
Are we good? Looks really good.
Keep going.
2 of the best doing what they do best, right to the top edge. To the break we go, 5-2, Team Canada.
The 2018 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of curling Canada.
Yeah, it's all coming into focus for Team Canada, the defending champions, 4 straight wins, and here, as we go to the break, the 5-2 lead. Mark Nichols throws the third stones for the defending champions. He's with Brier.
Mark, you lead after 5. You played with your skipper for a long time. He looks really dialed in with his draw weight. What are you seeing out of your leader so far in this Brier?
Oh yeah, he's in the zone right now, and so it's just a matter of trying not to make too many mistakes in front of him and leave him a draw to the forefoot, and he's been dialed in all week.
Real special, Brier, for you guys. You have those Team Canada jackets on. I saw you tweeted out Ernie Richardson. You met him earlier in the week. What has this been like for you, this experience?
Oh, it's great. You know, we're in the heart of curling country here, and everyone's been awesome. We love coming to Saskatchewan, playing in the Brier, and we're just hoping to kind of keep it going right now.
Anything that you do want to sharpen up on with championship pool coming up?
No, I think just, you know, make sure we're communicating lots and building on every shot. And I think we're doing a really good job right now. And, yeah, it's just kind of keep going.
Thanks for your time. Good luck.
Thanks, Brian.
Well, they lead on the scoreboard. Do the numbers back up? Mark saying they're doing pretty well?
Yeah, they are. I mean, you're looking at that team. Brad Gushue himself is at 95%. And we said that we needed a big game from Paul Fleming because he had to put some pressure on Mark Nichols and take it off of his skipper. But he's struggling a little bit at 65%, and Jamie Murphy, it's translating to him at 68% as well.
The numbers after 5 are brought to you by Travelers. It's better under the umbrella. It's going to take a lot to defeat Brad Gushue.
The 2018 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by New Holland, equipped for a new world. By Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for over 20 years. And by Home Hardware. Here's how.
I'm a 46-year-old rookie here, which sounds like a strange thing to say.
Anywhere from thin half to thick half makes it.
The whole experience is awesome. I mean, there's a lot of emotion to it.
He picks up his first Brier victory.
I've wanted to go to the Brier, and I wanted to not go to the Brier if I wasn't a player. I just didn't want to go until I earned my spot here. So I'm happy to finally be here. It means a lot.
And that will be the feature game when we join you tonight. Again, keeping in mind that 3 losses is likely as many as you can afford. And then Brad Jacobs, Canadian champion, gold medal winner, coming off a disappointing game for them earlier today, losing. So they dropped to 4-1. And Quebec making news in another way. Mike Fournier here as the Quebec representative, and getting word today that Jean-Michel Menard, Canadian champion, won it here in Regina in 2006. He'll step away from the game, he says, and it's not retirement, just stepping away after 20 years, as he says, of investing time and efforts in curling. It's going to take the next curling season and get back to life, as he says. So we wish him well.
I think that's good. We all do. We're going to miss him. It's funny, you see teams now, I think you either have to make the decision to be professional almost, and for those that are super competitive, it's a very tough pill to swallow when you're not playing at the elite level all the time, because you know you can, but you just can't put the time in or the commitment.
That's exactly what's happened with that team. Life's gotten away, and that's very, very understandable. And hopefully he's outturned for 1 year only, because we would really like to see that whole team come back.
Oh, no kidding. Entertaining and talented and push a lot of teams.
Quarter, we'll probably get the top of it.
All right, you call it.
Yep, hard. Really hard, guys. Gotta go, Mark, hard. Hard on the shooter, make sure it goes.
1. And make sure it rolls all the way across the top. It is Nova Scotia that does have the last rock, playing the Redstones here in 6 and trailing now by 3. It's not. I told you this. My late father used to always. He had a little thing where we'd take this one chocolate bar. We loved coffee crisps or malted milks. I don't know if people remember. I don't even still know if they make them. But he would put them in the freezer, and then he would cut them with his knife, with his Swiss Army knife, and he'd cut them off in little chunks, and he'd go, 2 for me, 1 for you. Dad, well, I'm the dad. I get 2, and he gets the 1. And I look down at that scoreboard, and I see Canada 2 and Nova Scotia 1. Canada 2, and you can't win when you only get 1, and the other team gets 2s, you know.
Canada's the dad.
That's right. And Nova Scotia's right now is me.
Yep. They're hungry.
They're hungry, right. Yeah, malted milk's on hockey night, and he'd bring it out and start cutting it up. Yeah.
Gushue a little bit deeper with the yellow stones than they'd like, but
I gave it a bit. Watch
one's
it.
right underneath cover.
Watch it.
If Murphy makes a move on it, there will be a short red double for Mark Nichols.
Oh, a little higher is better.
He's just going to keep
Probably
throwing
the same.
corner guards
That's
at this point.
Maybe a foot deeper.
Hey, bud.
That's how aggressive we want to be.
You guys like this?
Yep. Whoa, whoa! No!
Curl, honey.
No, curl.
Oh, and they'll just touch their own on the way by. Nearly took it out, but it's wide open as Team Canada does hit the 2. Well, Paul Fleming wanted to and ask us to say hello to his dad, Don, who is back in Halifax. He receives dialysis treatments 3 days a week. He had hoped to be here in Regina, but Paul says Don will certainly be watching. So we, on behalf of your son, sir, we wish you all the very best.
Room! Well, room if you can.
We watched
Line's
Paul
good.
make that
Stubby.
perfect
Whoa.
freeze last time
Top
with the
12.
outturn
Got a curl.
going
Line.
away.
Line's good. Hard line.
Caused Team
hard
Canada
everything.
some trouble.
Hard, your light, hard.
Hard, guys.
Come on. Hard, guys, come on. It's got to be in
go.
hard.
Got it by, can get
Hard,
it in the
it's gotta be
paint.
Come on, keep going, guys.
Dragging
Good
it.
sweep. Okay, good sweep, good sweep.
And around he goes.
Go, Paul.
Thanks. This way.
90.
Yeah, this is interesting.
Let's watch the shooter. Try not to put it right in front of that. But
Well, that's what one of the things I'm thinking is this, doesn't that catch?
It could.
And then where does the shooter go as well?
Either way, there's 2 ways they could hit that yellow, or either yellow for that matter. It's a little bit risky, but it's the right call with the score being what it is. Yeah, the Mark crosses this a bit. The one in the rings could go left onto the yellow, or he could protect and high side and miss the second red and jam.
Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
Whoa.
Mark Nichols.
Yep.
Walker. Bang, bang. Oh, and he'll leave it there. And
Got out in the open.
pops it out just a little bit.
Open her up.
There again is where your own rocks hurt you.
Yeah, you had to avoid jamming on them.
Yeah, and he did. And he ended up sticking it in the rings.
Yeah.
In a 3-3 tie, and Yukon is sitting, what, 1-2?
They are, and 2 very different shots for Brendan Botcher. Played a big weight run back on his first to make a double and leave Yukon lying 1, and Thomas Scoffin went around again, and it is in front of the tee line. So this time Brendan's making a draw, or attempting to make a draw, to the button for the single.
Well, we're in a good spot here at 3-1, coming in against Yukon, fighting for their playoff lives here. A little
Girl, too
shy.
much.
Yeah, so a steal of 1 for Yukon and the team from Whitehorse.
Oh, and look at the shot Paul Fleming just made. Hit and roll over, perfectly frozen.
And lined up. That's the key thing. Just brilliant.
He's happy with that.
That smiles for you, Dad. There you go.
What a shot.
We talk about how hard it is to make a freeze. To make a hit roll freeze is even harder.
Yeah, maybe not that much, but hey, he's got it.
It's going to come around this one. We'll have to run it back.
Board?
Yep. You like that ice?
Yeah, I think it was going to come up a bit. Pretty good for no. Yeah, I think it's good.
Board? I like to roll a little towards the group.
I think I like it then. Good board.
Outside shot at a 3-ender all of a sudden, because I assume Brad's going to try to hit this dead on. Jamie goes right around it. Brad has to play a short run back.
Salt, good board.
Whoa.
Hair big.
Whoa. Not bad.
We're heavy.
No.
Quite heavy.
No. No. No.
Probably don't want to roll in front of that.
Yeah, we're not.
Okay. Yeah, right out, Jeff.
Whoa, Jeff. Whoa.
Okay, no.
Unusual miss from Brad.
Hard?
Yeah.
Didn't feel hard.
Right.
Just too much weight.
Well, again, the situation, Russ, if you're Nova Scotia, boy, you better pounce.
Yes.
You better go
You're right.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, I think if we're just anywhere here.
And we're never going to get number 2 behind that guard. No.
Well, it doesn't matter if you're number 2, he's just going to nose this and it's done. Right?
Yeah.
Like, I just think if we're right here, like, he can't smash that and get that out.
No, I agree. I agree. Yeah.
But we want to make sure we're dead in front of it.
And we got to be number 2 or he'll freeze, right?
Maybe.
Two choices.
I'm less worried about that. Just make sure we get the line
But I
set
agree
up.
with you. That's not going anywhere.
Okay, so what do we got to do to get that line good?
To come around, you
Yours
have
and
to
Brad's
hope
really
Brad
hope-
kind
No,
of
this-
hits and
that's
rolls somewhere.
button, right?
Yeah.
You could.
Like, that's gotta be
I think they're going to go with choice number 2. Just leave it
Undercurl
up
is better than
high.
overcurl.
Brad's
Right?
going to hit it, and
You
you
threw
got
a
a
good one
really
here
good
2
shot
rounds
at
ago.
2.
Yeah.
And I think the worry about coming around the corner is if Brad ever just
front of it, right in
noses
front of it,
this
yeah.
red-yellow combination here, sits right on top of it.
Tempting.
Fighting 4 foot.
You go around, Brad plays the
You want it right
hit
here?
nose. If he's offline at all, like he was on his last one, you get 3. But
Less than that?
Jamie's saying
That's good,
if
it'll
he
get
ever
there.
noses it,
Yeah,
we
it
don't.
should
With the
cross.
most we get's 1. Now we're
Yeah.
done. Safer 2 for sure. Brad thought he'd come around though. He mentioned it before he threw his rock.
Okay,
Full
line
8. Weight's good.
Line's
Full
perfect.
8, top 4.
Jamie Murphy, his first.
Whoa, needs to curl a bit.
Line's great.
It needs to curl a
Trying to
bit.
set himself up here now for a couple.
Needs to curl a bit.
Easy. Right here. Yep, yep, yep.
Well,
Number
that's
2,
exactly
number 2.
where they wanted
Good
to
job,
put
good
it.
job, guys. Good job. Nice shot.
Nice play.
Nice
Nice
throw.
judge.
Yeah.
Yeah, what would you have played, Russ? Would you have
Rip it
played
out
around
of
the
there.
corner?
I think I would have because I'm 3 down. I really do.
Time to take a risk.
But it's at that time. If it was the 8th end, I'd come around for sure. It's only
Yeah.
the 6th, isn't it? So you get your 2 here.
Force.
Force, take 2. Get those chocolates back from Vic.
That's right.
That's right.
Or do you want to take more?
Take the knife away and I'll cut now.
Way bigger pieces for me.
Absolutely.
Whoa. Clean.
And that's a concession. There you go. Jamie Murphy, you've earned it. Make the draw, and I'll give you the deuce.
Yep.
Just an outstanding hit and roll by Paul Fleming.
Well, even last end, and he didn't get rewarded for it, was
Yeah.
that amazing freeze he made.
So, piece of the 4 foot for a couple here. Nova Scotia.
Same line. No backing.
You got backing.
Okay, you're
Lean it,
good now.
can't hurt it.
He's good, he's good.
All right. Lean it.
Trying to match these up too. You guys stop that. Whoa. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine.
And there you go.
Shot.
A 2 for kids everywhere. Tonight, you get 2 pieces.
You still think his first one's over airborne?
Yeah, 2, yeah.
Well, we've seen some half shots, some missed shots by Paul Fleming, but this is a a great shot.
Well, this is what we've been used to seeing from Paul so far this week, and these kind of shots, this is what you need against this Team Canada to set up your team for that score, and he does it perfectly. Look at the roll to Frozen.
And there was nothing that Gushue could do to defend as it set up a couple for Nova Scotia. The key shot is brought to you by Purex. Find comfort in Purex. Keeping our eye on it here in Regina so you can watch wherever you are across the country. Our coverage of the 89th edition of the Canadian Men's Curling Championship, the Tim Hortons Brier, on this Tuesday afternoon. So we go to the 7th, and it is Team Canada now. Their lead down to just 1. They do have last rock. They have the hammer playing the Yellowstones.
Well, Nova Scotia's got themselves back in that. And all you really need, you've seen Paul just this back half of the game now starting to fire on all cylinders, and that's really what you have to have happen against Team Canada. You're not going to get away with a half game.
On its own is good.
Stay close.
Yep. Ball, if anything.
Yep. Yep. Good.
Nice.
Boy. Good one. Very nice.
How we doing for time?
Couple feet less. Same line. Probably good, eh?
Yeah.
Line's pretty good. Top 8. Okay, bite the floor.
Line's good.
Weight's free. Gotta go.
Line's good.
Line's good. Let it get a little tight. Yep. Top 12. Hard. You gotta go top 12. Hard. 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 Stay on it. Hard. Bounce it off this. Hard. You gotta bounce it off this. Guys. Hard. 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 Hard.
I just threw that one like you did the other ones. Start of the game.
What happened to that one?
Just hung on to it.
Jeez, I didn't think so.
I look like you like your Scott.
Gallant's so precise at judging the rock right out of the thrower's hand.
75, 80.
Yeah, and he's just kind of telling Jeff there. You see it so many times. How many times does he watch Jeff throw? And he's just saying, you just held on too long. You didn't let it go.
Where you at? Gotta go.
Weight's pretty good.
Weight's good.
Line's good.
Line's good.
Right to the button.
Line's good.
Here, Paul, you judge it.
All you got, boys.
Go ahead.
Hard.
In there, Phil, if you want.
Still got room.
Take a look. Take a look.
Still got room.
Take a look. Easy, easy, easy. Nice throw.
So nice.
It's good.
Could have been off. It probably.
Making Team Canada work here.
Yeah.
A little cleanup work, try to open things up.
Or do you like the end?
Whichever's better.
I think across the face. You're looking at about 2/3. We got to make sure the shooter goes, though, Brett.
Red right on the center line. Hit it right on the center line over to that yellow corner guard. Try to run that yellow Canada rock in.
Whoa. Close. No. Close. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Yes. Whoa. Whoa.
Okay. That close, but it still leaves Nova Scotia sitting the 1 and almost totally buried, sitting on the lid.
Really good throw. It's you know, you'd have trouble making a shot on a pool table with that much separation.
Halfway high. We got halfway. Halfway. It needs to curl a little.
Line's good on its own.
You want as much separation as you can from guard number 1 that's closest to the rings.
Good. Good.
Trying to make these double run backs tough.
I like the same thing. Same throw. Whoa. Whoa. Close. Whoa.
Never.
Whoa. Shooter. Shooter.
One more time. And again, we'll run it by, but this time opens up that center line.
Nice shot. Good shot.
Just picking away. You know, there was basically 3 guards before Brett went to shoot. Then there were 2. Now there's none. You've got to make a real good one, or it's very accessible, that shot rock.
And
Halfway.
these can be the toughest
Halfway.
shots on the ice when the ice is moving.
Halfway.
You're a foot
Yep.
high or a
Halfway.
foot deep, and there's no guard at all.
Tight almost. Tight. Tight.
Oh, over curling.
Tight.
There's a
Here we
perfect
go.
example.
Real
It's
tight.
tight, so it's going to
Over
over
curl.
curl.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Have her.
Sit.
Okay, Paul.
Good, Paul. Kind of weight do you like here?
I think.
Solid hack.
What's that? Solid hack.
Yeah.
Heavy hack.
You'd see some teams just peel off the center guard, but because that is such a good shot,
down here.
hard to outdraw if you get a chance to chase it. An opportunity with the kind of weight they're going to throw, roll behind the corner guard too.
Yeah, it's
Hack.
possible,
Solid
isn't it?
hack. Hack.
Yeah.
Mark Nichols
Going with hack for that
Hack.
specific reason.
Whoa.
Good hack.
Whoa.
Good
Trying to-
hack.
Yep.
to hold the line is
Yep. Hard.
Walker.
Hard.
One more time. And
Hard.
get it by. They do. And now where's this roll? And not quite enough. It'll sit there, T-line, 4 foot, right in the hole.
Didn't quite make it, but
Nice to be in there. I had a couple
it's
there.
so important to note that
Nice
Out
sweeping.
turn, eh?
they raised their speed there to make that hit and roll. They weren't just trying to get that enemy rock that was virtually buried. They threw a little extra to get that roll.
You got
Hit it
to
a
here.
hair thick, but always
Got
trying
to
to
here.
turn a negative into a positive, not just killing it, trying to put pressure on Nova Scotia.
Control. Hair up. Hair up. Little up.
Whoa. Whoa.
Whoa. Up.
Yep.
Whoa. Heavy.
Whoa. Oh, it must be really heavy. Oh, it's a ton. Okay, that's not bad.
Rolls it to the outside. Maybe
Paul.
maybe just peeking out
A bit
now.
heavy. Yeah.
Sitting
That?
on
Just a little
T-line,
heavy. Just a
edge
bit,
of the
yeah.
8.
Good throw.
Yeah, either that or hack weight. Nose
That?
up.
You can get at it.
Yeah, I got
Okay.
big half.
Sure.
Well, we showed you
I like that.
UConn with a steal of 1 in 6. And now it looks like Botcher has another chance for a couple.
He does indeed. He made a really nice double on his first one. Thomas Scoffin tried to return the favor, but only got 1. And so it is Alberta lying 1, chance for 2.
Hard line.
Full 8 foot or a little better.
Line's good.
Hard.
Okay,
line's
Line's good. Right to the button.
Show him pin, boys. Beauty. Good throw.
Great throw
Good job.
for the deuce.
Gotta get this right out.
That's
Go,
always
go,
a
go, 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 go.
good sign of a skip that can bounce back. Anybody really throwing your first one
Sorry,
into
Brad.
the boards and
Heavy.
coming back.
6 feet heavy. 6 feet heavier.
Keep down.
Newfoundland Labrador reply finally with a single in 6.
Is that wider than Phil's path?
And it's
Speed will be
McEwen.
fine.
And team wild card, Mike McEwen just running
Huh?
away here on Jamie Cooey.
I said, like, you know, weight's the same.
Should be all right.
That intern path rush seemed to catch them by surprise. It ran really straight.
Yeah, Marks, I was just about whiffed it.
I can't remember us even being out in that spot in the sheet yet
No,
this
that
game.
wide. No, you're right.
Weight's
for
great.
sure.
Line's good.
Room.
Top 4.
It was a long way away from where he wanted
Line's
it.
good.
Line's quite good. Line's good.
So
Gotta
that
go, bit.
gives an
Hey,
opportunity
room,
for Nova
ready,
Scotia to get
room.
something in here first.
Top 4.
Whoa.
Top 4. T.
Whoa.
T. Scott.
Gotta curl it.
Scott.
Hard, you gotta bear it. Hard.
Go, Scott. Go.
Hard, you gotta go. Hard.
Go.
Hard.
Okay, bud.
Being an odd end, Gushue's not going to be aggressive here. He's just going to hit it, try to keep the blank
It's a little
alive.
heavy, eh?
Yeah.
Be quite happy to walk out of here with a blank.
It's a
Didn't
little
take
bit
it
of a
curl,
momentum
stayed out
swing
there.
though here. You feel like this
Got the center quick.
this
like
Nova
that.
Scotia team is walking with a little bit of
Try,
a
bud.
swagger right now.
Yeah,
that
hung for a little longer than
they
that.
know they can compete,
Yep.
but you got to, as we mentioned earlier, you have to. Everybody has to be on the top of their game. But there's just a feeling that you see that.
Yeah, and they're seeing a couple misses. You know, that always gives you a little renewed
Pretty good.
energy.
You only want to hit half, right?
Yeah.
It was just all weight on Jamie's draw, a little less weight, and it would have curled another foot and could have been buried.
Wait.
Little less than Mark's first.
Whoa. Just hack. Yep. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Just to the hack. Whoa. Whoa. Weight's
Whoa.
Good.
Light.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Hard.
Hard.
All right, watch the shooter, Jeff.
Whoa. Whoa. On the shoot. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
And he'll roll it to the back of the 8.
Good wait.
Don't force him in the draw now.
I know.
Didn't want to roll it completely buried, then he freezes it, but I just listened to what Mark was saying.
Interesting situation.
Rolled a hair too far.
Brad buried it. Now he's not happy.
I was hoping to leave him the hit and roll the back.
The fact that that yellow one's fairly well hidden
That's the same, right?
kind of forces Jamie Murphy to play the come around, which is dangerous, but really rewarding if you make it good. And Brad's got to run back a red one if you make this good. So the most Gushue can score is a single.
Is it fair to say, though, Cheryl, this is the game for Murphy?
Yes, because if they don't make this good and the deuce comes out, it's late enough in the game, they'll be in trouble. But it's nice that he just threw this. He's got a really good chance to set this up a little higher in the rings.
Yep. Weight's good. Line's good. Line's tight.
Final stone for Nova Scotia and Jamie Murphy.
Okay. Whoa.
Crow.
Light over bend.
Over curling. Over curling.
Got to get it by, though. Here we go.
Never.
They did. Now, where are they going with it?
That's fine.
And it'll just peek out, maybe quarter to half a stone on the other side. But there you go again. As you're saying, they are running back a Nova Scotia stone.
I think he's going to, maybe it came out enough, Vic, that they're going to play like a hack weight.
That's just the difference. How was that for hack? I think the shooter would have just been to that. Okay, I want the same weight because we got to play.
It kind of lost its handle coming in, didn't it?
It did.
And then it made that sharp turn.
First final, and Mike McEwen, nice bounce back for him as he wins over the Territories. The final is 10-3. So Territories drop now to 2-3. And Team Wildcard, McEwen out of Manitoba, go to 4-1.
Same as Mark. Hair less than Mark down this path.
Did that stone just pop out enough here for Gushue? Quiet weight, of course.
Clean, whoa, clean, just clean.
Yeah, there you go, boy. Just enough, and it'll push it through the back, and they'll get their 2. What did we say? Half shots aren't good enough against Team Canada. A new format at the Brier and a new format for the annual Ford Hot Shots. 15 teams started the week with a chance to win $15,000, and one lucky fan would receive a 2-year lease on a brand new 2018 Ford Escape SE. The field narrowed down to just 4 teams. In the final round, Team Northern Ontario pulls away, including a 5 in the Around the Horn triple takeout, finishing with a total of 69 points, and they win the $15,000. And Ford, giving back to individuals who go further in their community. Here in Regina, that individual, Mary Ann LaRock Omar. Oh my, she wins herself a 2-year lease on a brand new 2018 Ford Escape SE. As we welcome you back to Regina on this Tuesday afternoon. And there's the kind of shot that Nova Scotia will look back in their debrief and say, what happened? Could we not have hidden it behind? But you said it was maybe the stone lost its handle. We heard that from Nova Scotia earlier in the game as it just dug in and plowed its way into the opening. So it is Team Canada leading 7-4, and here in 8, Nova Scotia will have the last rock playing the Red Stones.
It's a little bit like a golfer. If you grow up on a very narrow golf course, you're not quite as worried just about distance. You're more worried about accuracy. It's the same in Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, most of the East. The majority of the games you play are really straight ice, so you learn to throw it with a little bit less rotation, get a little bit extra bite, a little bit extra curl, and that's how you're successful. You get here, that's not ideal. Jamie had that made, and you could just see the handle coming off it a little bit, and it just that less rotation. It's like a car tire. If your car tire is really spinning, it won't grab. If it's got a slow rotation, it'll grab, and that's exactly what happened there. It overcurled by half a rock, and Brad made a beauty.
Yeah, not a chance. Sunday night, we were trying to spinning it soft, slow and fast, and we weren't going anywhere.
We were rocking. We were everything.
Yeah. No chance.
Gotta play there.
Doesn't matter.
I haven't been stuck like that in years.
Yeah, we weren't last night, though.
No, you're pretty proud of yourself because we parked away from the hill.
Yeah. I thought somebody was cute. They
Tight guard.
tweeted me and they said, "You found a hill in Saskatchewan."
Yeah, that's the impressive part.
If we could show you the little hill in the parking lot that we didn't get out of. My goodness.
Pretty good.
Mine's good.
That's the curl.
Mine's great.
Put it in. Yeah, go ahead, Phil. 2. Yep.
Watch.
Come on. Go ahead. Keep going. Get it buried.
Good shot. That's good. Good boy.
Okay.
Inch or two. Okay. No. Yep. Whoa.
Good.
Hopefully he's got an inch. Okay.
He did not like that slide.
Sorry, Jamie.
Brett
Saxon
Gallant
shot.
comes out with so much speed.
Spider.
If you're off a little bit, you could see he kind of kicked harder towards the center line and tried to feed it back and couldn't get it there. And just when you're coming out with that speed, super hard to correct.
Heads up from Brad. He knew he had a piece of that back one.
A little more, Scott?
Just a touch more. Whoa, Phil.
Line's fine.
Line's great.
Weight's the same.
So Scott Zachary thinking
Same
he may have
line.
just
Gotta
given it a
move a bit.
little bit extra.
Good girl.
We can wait.
Yeah, switch, Phil.
Gotta go.
A little more weight.
Gotta go, Paul. All you got, Phil.
Okay, go, Murph, go.
All you got. It's carving.
Gotta get it there
Keep
first.
going. Hard. Come on.
Okay, let's shoot, Phil.
And just 2. And they
Sweet.
tuck a little piece behind.
I don't know.
Here.
Solid, I think.
What are you, 2/3?
3/4.
3/4? Okay. Mine didn't go crazy here a couple ends ago.
What's that?
I say mine didn't curl very much a couple ends ago.
That's right, yeah.
You like that?
He was closer to
Do you
center.
want here or do you just want forward?
Make sure you're here.
Okay.
Brad's a solid board.
How does that look?
Okay, just forward.
So 2 things you want when you're
Yeah, I'm just
skipping
saying.
curling is a long memory and a short memory. Long memory for all those spots in the ice because that certainly helps you put the broom down. And then a short memory. You don't want to remember the misses at all.
Yeah.
Board. Yep.
Heavy board.
Yep.
Tremendous communication there, though. Brad told him it's a little straighter. Then the front end said, well, it's a little different spot than where Brad threw. Then they reminded each other the exact right speed.
Yep. Whoa.
It's 4 athletes on every shot trying to help each other.
Okay. It's pretty good.
Shot.
Pretty good roll. Spun back nice, I think.
Right on the nose.
Yeah, look at that. Right to it. Spins right to the nose.
You're supposed to be 3.
Come on back.
I mean, is that
thank you very
stupid?
much.
We got to score.
I understand. The button's still open, but scoring one's not great.
No, he's steal.
I threw the 5 on mistake. Yeah.
okay.
Man, the
We
second
can
one
still
didn't
get 2
curl like
even
my
with
first
this,
one.
can't we?
I don't think so.
My first one fully buried, and that one.
Yeah. The nose?
That one definitely rode the line out just a touch longer.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 of them going.
Right on the beak.
Right on the beak.
Try to.
Okay.
Paul, how about just this?
You guys like that?
That's always there.
Yeah.
That's a
Let's
good
try that.
call. Kind of need to generate some offense with the
I feel like
defense.
same weight. If it hangs the hair, we'll play it on the nose.
Yeah, because you can't make the triple. So
No.
It's going to take 2 tries to remove all those yellows, so you better start
Kinda
doing
weight.
it soon.
I like firm.
Get 2 out of 1 with this. Get rid of 1.
Play the roll.
Okay.
The roll's key because the double will be there, as Jamie said.
Whoa. Firm. Close. Firm. Yep. Yes.
Kroll.
Hard.
Easy. And rolling it over and trying to tuck it in behind that guard, and just doesn't quite get there.
It's got to.
Nose any good? Yeah, I think so.
We've talked a lot in this game about the thirds, Fleming and Nichols, and Russ was saying this is who, with Nichols, you make your mark if you're Team Canada. And Paul Fleming, while his numbers are down, let's remember he did make that key shot that helped set up the deuce in 6. Player numbers are brought to you by New Holland, equipped for a new world.
Yeah, Paul Fleming came in at 88%. It was the first half of the game that he just was struggling with kind of where to roll. The last half, he's been great.
Okay, pretty good. Pretty good throw. Just
here.
You like that?
Well, if you're an inch high, like, he'd have to thread his pretty close. Like, if you're anywhere on the nose or just an inch high, he'd have to thread his yellow pretty close to get it. He might just smoke it, I guess. But
how do you feel about tapping that one back to a wall?
Yeah, that's not bad.
Oh, man. Alberta sitting the one top edge of the 4.
On his final stone facing 2, Brendan Bottcher made a perfect corner freeze to remove the benefit of those 2 yellow stones that belong to Yukon. And so this is the force. Needs to get to the 4-foot for the single.
It could have been a 3 if that bounced open, Kath.
You know what? It's been a great game. Brendan Bottcher has made some brilliant shots, you know, going from really big weight to soft. And Thomas Scoffin has answered the call every single time. And again.
Again. He is, of course, the answer to that trivia question. Youngest skip ever to appear at a Canadian Juniors, and is Thomas Scoffin at the age of 12.
Line's good.
Line's good. Line's good.
Whoa. Oh. No. Come on.
Line's good. Make sure.
Yep.
It's good.
Good.
It's good.
Good shot.
Thanks. Shot.
Do you want to?
Trying to give himself a chance.
I like that because if he ever gets one kind of in there, we can shoot that back. Okay.
Green.
I like that call. The freeze was tough to put it anywhere that it wasn't easy to blast.
That's a bonus.
Half a rock misses it.
Let's rip it out. If we happen to clip our back, want to be nice.
Yeah, you wouldn't mind getting that very back one by Mark Nichols' right shoulder.
Little less. Yeah.
On the way by. It's hard to jam it there.
Yeah, we got to be a little close to half to make sure we don't touch our yellow one on the other side there too. So. Whoa! 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 Can't go up the line. Whoa! Whoa! Okay. Get over it. Okay, perfect.
And does well to just angle it out and avoid a possible
just
jam.
Had fears of touching that one.
Canada sitting the
had fears if I hit it too
the
thin.
3.
Poke that
Nose. Naturally. Can you? Maybe.
Well, even if we get to the nose, isn't that still go?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, unless we overcook it. But then he just blasts it that way.
Well, timeout. Timeout. Timeout.
Timeout being called by Nova Scotia. Each team is given 2 90-second timeouts, so we'll get our first look at
totally weird?
Canadian champion Bruce Lonis, who won the Canadian Championship with Mark Dacey back in 2004.
I just don't know where I can put this so he doesn't have an easy shot.
I think the best one
This
I
is
can
a
dream
joke.
up, Cheryl, something like that. Just bump
Like,
it back and stay there.
inside, Then the slash is a joke. Is this crazy?
Yeah, and you just have to hope. I know they're saying that run-in is easy,
I think
but
he can be anywhere here.
It's the only way he can't get the rock.
But he has to miss by a ton. Like, what are you expecting him to miss?
Well, then we can rifle our red in. But the thing is, Paul, where are you putting it that's good here? That's my question.
But how bad does he have to miss?
Yeah, but if he's a little short, then I can play this.
Can you bump this one 6
Okay,
inches?
so if we bump it 6 inches, your rock's going to be right here.
Yeah.
That's a joke.
Yeah.
Like, that is an absolute joke.
Yeah, that's pretty easy.
He's never missing one.
Yeah.
Ever.
I think this if you're going to either play for a blank or play for 2, nose hit blank or draw in there to go for your deuce.
I mean, I'm not going to talk you out of that, but I don't like it.
I
just think we're expecting.
I think the 8th end we go for 2.
What?
I think the 8th end we go for 2.
I know, so what's the way to get 2? Because I think bumping it is no chance for 2.
I think right beside that, right there.
Interesting. Even bumping it, they're not happy.
No, they say that out-turn left-hand slash is just too simple.
We'll tap that and hope that he misses slash, but then you got your point. Then you have your 1. If you do this and then he does that, then we're scrambling to get 1 and then a shake.
If you go there, he'll probably freeze to you.
7-5, we steal.
He'll probably freeze if you go there.
That's all I'm saying.
Right. Are we better off?
You get right there.
Are we better off just trying to make the triple and then take deuce and 9 and steal 10? And we are trying to go 1. We're not scoring 2, I don't think, by doing that. I just don't.
Well,
we can try it.
I think with rocks in play, we got to try 2.
Okay.
Don't you?
Okay, let's bump this a rock.
Yeah. Just back 4, wait.
Back 4?
What would be wrong with just trying to play the freeze down to it rather than bump it?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
And sit on the corner and take the pin away.
Yeah, the nose freeze is a very good shot, but because Gushue's got that one at the top, he can angle it in, and then there's still.
I'd like to put it right
still an
beside
angle.
that one.
So I think he can get it out. That's what they're
So
worried
it's
about.
just in front of this one and right beside it.
The tap
probably
that they're
gonna
going to
play the
play. You see that
Or
right-hand yellow.
go free.
Gushue's going to run that in onto shot stone
Right.
still.
Right.
Because you're tapping and creating separation, it'll be easier.
How's the weight? Weight's good. Back 4.
Yes.
Line's good. Back 4.
Back 8. Whoa.
Back 8.
Whoa.
Back
That's
4.
good.
Yep. Back 4. Back 8. Back 8.
Whoa.
Whoa. How's the weight? Back 8. Back 4. Whoa. Back 4.
Whoa.
That's a good shot. Attaboy.
Well, there you go. Now he's got some backing, so whatever's angled back has to avoid those 2 at the back edge of the 4.
Right. Right, but he's still got the red thin on the right-hand side. It was just
as good as he can make it. Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a great shot.
Exactly. Well said. It was as good as he could make it,
And it still leaves Gushue just a pick with the in-turn.
and maybe more importantly, Paul can score now. Team Nova Scotia can score here because once this is picked out of it, is a fairly routine draw with backing.
Yep.
Hard.
Hard,
Jeff.
Gushue. Walker. All the way to it. Oh, and he does rattle off that stone at the back, but enough to pound it out. And so they'll be facing, Nova Scotia will be facing 2 with their last.
It's tough when you're down. The rocks are so lively. You can, Brad just basically was a half rock hit.
Full 4, Scott.
Kicks it right out of there.
And this is the exact thing that Jamie didn't want to have happen, was get forced, but I didn't see at that point that it was worth trying to get a blank.
No.
With 3 rocks in play, I'm not sure.
Well, unless you make the triple perfect, you're forced anyways.
Yeah, so you might as well try for your 2.
You could blank here now. You could give that. You could give that double a try.
I think they looked at it, Russ, for a second.
Line's good.
Pinch heavy,
A little heavy right now. Okay, do you need it? Backing.
He does have the backing, you're right.
Back 8. Yep. Clean. Yep.
Zachary Crow
Yep. Right to it.
right to it, the say, so he may have to take it down.
Good. Good job. Thanks for telling me.
There you go. That's the communication you need. Thanks for telling me it was heavy. We use the backing. We'll get our single and we'll move on. Nova Scotia down by 2 to the defending Canadian and world champions. Well, be sure to join James Duthie and his cast of TSN staffers as special guests each week on the Rubber Boots podcast as they talk about all the latest news and sports. You can subscribe today and listen to full podcasts on tsn.ca, iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play. It's nearing that time. I know, I've heard it too. It's a good podcast. So we go to 9-7-5 Team Canada. And it is Brad Gushue out of the Ballyhaley in the Remax Center in St. John's with Last Rock playing the Yellowstone.
Gushue playing the tick in the 9th. They played it in the 8th last night. That's a little bit of a new wrinkle. You don't see them play that very often. It's a wonderful result if you can make it. It's a lot of pressure on Jeff Walker, but he's so good at it. Just makes sense.
Wait, I wouldn't mind a little bit more.
You're 2 up, even if you're forced to a single. You're 3 up coming home. You take your chances.
Yeah, that's why I'd like a little more weight.
The best way to get your singles, keep that front wide open.
Well, and you've got the addition of the brushers that you have in front of you as well. Just pretty much don't overthrow it.
Hack. A lot more. Clean. Hack. Close. Close. Yep. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Yes. Hard. Whoa. Hard. Hard. Shooter. 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 Shooter.
Look at that. Both into the rings.
Whoa. 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 Good.
So good.
That's real good.
You gonna flex again?
Good. I didn't have to flex again.
Right here.
They're a different looking team, Vic, than they were at the start of the week at last year's Brier. Lost 2 early. They had the weight of the province on them. They hadn't won this thing before, and I think they're just so much better for it. They now believe they can win. They're healthy. Somebody's going to play pretty good to beat them.
It's a high guard, guys. Yeah.
You're right. I think their preparation, they know exactly what to expect now.
Well, there's a lot of teams here that can play pretty good, mind you.
Yes.
But,
and I think we've already seen that sort of sorting itself out as well. We knew that, you know, whoever would win that wild card game would be one of those people, Gunlickson or McEwen. And McEwen has shown himself, obviously, 2-time Brier rep.
Well, way do you want to play it? Whatever. Whatever.
Well, and you talk about preparation. I talked to Mark Nichols after Continental Cup this year, and he said they were going to do the exact same thing this year as they did last year. They were going to go and take a break, and then they were going to do a big training camp before. And I think they went away last year. They went off.
That's right.
They went into maybe Alberta it was and did a training camp, and then they came out ready to go. I think the disadvantage for them this season was no provincial playdowns.
Hard. Hard. Hard, Jeff. Hard.
Great on him. Over.
Good. What's that?
Well, we mentioned these two are rematching Murphy and Gushue from the 2001 Canadian Juniors. Gushue going on to win the World Junior Championship that year. And this year's World Juniors are being played in Aberdeen, Scotland. There you see a 50-50 day for Tyler Tardy, the Canadian champions. They won in an extra over Norway. While Caitlin Jones, her record now 5-1 after she beat Russia. Started a little shaky, she said, in her post-game comments, but managed to come back, beat Russia.
Line's good.
So she's 5-1.
You gotta go. Hard, Phil. Okay.
That's good, bud.
Oh, there goes that 3-minute conversation.
Well, at least it was well favored.
Same problem. Even if you jam it on that one over there, it's not a big deal.
tough to jam on the yellow, I would think.
Yep. Hard. 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 Good. Good. Good shot.
Shots, Brett.
Go around that.
Yeah, I don't mind even here.
You would assume, and that yes, you'd want to go in, play away, force him to chase. What is Murphy thinking here by just going top edge of the 12?
Well, at one point here, he's going to have to make, because he's got no center guards at all, he's going to have to just resort to having Canada look at a couple, hope you get a miss that way. Maybe Canada peels. You come around top 8 here, Canada peels that left-hand corner if they choose, and then you can throw up another guard, inch it closer to the center line, and maybe get a chance that way. If you have no centers, you'll just make them look at a couple, and you hope for a miss.
Line's good, guys.
Oh, over there. Ball.
Shot.
In a 5-5 tie, Alberta playing Yukon, and the final stone coming up here for Brendan Boncher.
And he has a draw for 2. That Yellowstone that is second shot just tapped by Thomas Scoffin, trying to get more of it to tap it further closer to the pin, but hung out a little bit on him. And so any piece of the 4-foot that puts his rock about half in should do for 2. Tapping the stone that he threw on his first.
Good shot.
And that will do for a couple to take a 7-5 lead. You know, we talked about the junior people coming out of the junior programs. Here's Alberta Botcher. He's a former CIS university champion, as Scoffin won a gold when he went to the University of Alberta. The Golden Bears have been golden for years at the university level.
It's an exceptional program there. Lots of great players come out, and they come out ready to play in men's play. They don't come out having to scramble for a few years.
Sure, whatever you like.
It's another way to hone your game, the university and college level.
Room.
Weight's good.
Quite a bit of room. Where's the weight?
On its own right now.
Well, we can go around it. It's not bad, too.
No,
go around it.
Yeah, it's back 4.
Go around it.
Line's getting better.
Fill in. You don't have to go. Like, nice to get it buried.
Gotta stop, though.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Might as well go for the double. Half probably does it. Might even get away with a little less than half.
Could just sit 2.
Same throw, hey?
What?
Same throw?
Yep. You're going to throw the same weight?
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
I won't whip it.
Throw the same weight you just threw.
A little surprised at this one.
Yeah, I'm with you. Sit 2.
Hit and stay. Sit 2. What are they going to do?
But nothing's left to chance. Even that
Whoa.
is discussed.
Just a little more. Whoa.
The smallest of details.
Yep. Hard. Oh.
He's going to stay around. And now gear away
my fault.
and spin too far. Isn't that interesting?
Good throw, Mark. That was my fault.
What's the blame?
They just didn't brush it quite quick enough and hit it a little thick and went across the top. It's hard to blame somebody. Gets that a little thinner and it comes right at us and takes that red one out. Just over curled a tad. Slightly unlucky, really.
Yeah, I was trying pretty hard.
When you hit it thicker like that, it doesn't roll as far. If it stops a little sooner, it's golden.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. That's pretty good. Sure. Because then we can.
If the line's good, we can get it to, even if you roll over there.
How are we doing that?
Okay. Half a rock? Like.
Yeah, sit 2.
You like it?
Yeah, I get a pot.
I think that's our best chance with no guards.
Okay, let's go, bud.
This is a little tricky because you have to try and avoid that back red, but talked about board weight. So that'll give them a chance to hit it a little thinner and keep their shooter around.
I don't know. We're going to bump it back. We're going to bump it back. You guys see anything else? we go around it, he probably just splits the house, and then I got nothing. Right?
Yeah.
You guys see anything else?
No.
Okay.
No. It's good.
Back 12, hit about half a stone.
Yeah, he's not the first and not going to be the last that will feel a little frustration playing Brad Gushue. Did you hear that in his voice too?
Yes. Yeah. Well said.
What do you got? I don't know. What do you think? Do you see anything else? No. If I go there, he's going to go over there.
Yeah, start the curl.
Yeah, my goodness. Yeah.
Hard!
Oh, it's curling.
Hard! Hard!
Curl.
Oh!
Yep, hard. They need to move it a little further than that, and not quite.
Thought that had a little more weight. It came right
Yeah,
off.
he was a little down, it would seem to me, right?
Yeah.
Fine.
They said back
Probably
12,
there
but
with firm.
Okay.
Very close to what he wanted. He only had to bump it a good foot farther.
Hair low.
Yeah, just 7/8 low.
Gonna kill our yellow. Be nice.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't mind rolling out here. What does he do? He hits the back one, and we, you know,
One of worst case.
yeah, just get anywhere low here.
Okay.
His nose hits fine. Just a little on the inside so you don't jam. Sit 2. Jamie's came up a bit. Obviously, this is a lot harder throw, but
Whoa, no, Brett, no. Good.
Real good. Nice shot.
So sitting 2 around the
Kill that
edge.
one.
Yeah, I didn't want to play it that tight, but that's good.
Good.
Yep. Yeah, I had the turn.
I think I've turned.
Okay.
no choice now to play the dreaded freeze.
Good job, Brad.
Thanks.
You know, Jamie will be close on his
more,
weight.
Paul.
It's just how do you
More?
get the
Yeah.
dead on?
Through weight there, Murphy.
Even a little high side here, and it jams on that red one doesn't matter. Gushue would still be 2 or 1 if he loses a shooter.
Just a little more. We'll have it thought.
Weight's good. Stock 12. Yep. Stock 12. Line's good.
Scott Zachary on the left. Phil
How's the
Kroll
weight? That's
on the
12.
right.
Okay, it's got a curl.
No, it doesn't. Line's good.
Fleming
Yeah,
Paul
needs a curl. Needs a curl.
calling line. This is trying to keep themselves alive here.
Hard.
And yes, right to the corner. Shot, stone at the moment.
Throw normal down there.
Yeah.
And if I ever cross, you know.
Those are the tough ones, aren't they, Cheryl? It's just that's just a world-class effort.
no kidding.
I'm
Perfect
just
weight.
trying to figure out
It's
what
just
weight I
about
want
of
to
no
throw.
value.
Normal?
Solid.
Okay.
10 on for 2, low side for 2.
So Nova Scotia in danger here of falling 4 behind, losing 3 in a row with 2 to play.
Well, the good thing for Nova Scotia, if they can regroup after this, if they don't come
Just
through, is
solid
that they've got Yukon and BC, which are ranked below them. So it just will be a matter of bouncing back and remembering some of the exceptional shots they made in this game, because they did.
Yeah, they were close. They were really close.
They're just playing a very hot team. Brad Gushue himself's 94%.
Yep.
Final stone, and they got him right away. Gallant's there. Just bang it, get rid of it. Bring that stone top 8 into play. Bang, just like that, and there is your 2 more. Team Canada, and congratulations to the defending champions as they will win 5 in a row. And Nova Scotia now has dropped 3 straight.
Thanks, Bruce. Good luck. Yep.
Make the final 9-7.
Good luck. Good game.
Good shooting.
Thanks. Good game. Good luck. Good game. Good luck. Thanks. Hey, boys.
Yeah, well done. They look very, very good.
Paul. Good luck. Good luck. Play well.
And another final, and Newfoundland Labrador, Greg Smith. Here, first time in 11 years, a different team other than you. Brad Gushue representing the province. He is defending champions. Loses to BC, who will pick up their first win. And so with that win, Team Canada has now put themselves into the championship pool, top of the table at 5-0. Alberta at 3-1, and now you're going to see that scramble for that fourth and final spot. Alberta still on the ice as they play Yukon. The autograph of a Canadian and world champion, and winners here on a Tuesday afternoon.
The 2018 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of curling Canada. The 2018 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by New Holland, equipped for a new world. By Cashmere Bathroom Tissue, nothing feels like cashmere. And by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures.
Oh, Brett Gallant talking with his dad Peter. Peter, of course, brought home a silver medal after coaching the Korean women to the silver at Pyeongchang. And of course, his other son, Chris, is playing with PEI. Nova Scotia started slowly. They had their chances, played maybe their best, and obviously in the fifth when they got a deuce, but they just couldn't keep pace with Team Canada. And again, it's that last rock, how critical it is when Team Canada has it and how they make the most of it. Game Story is brought to you by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada. And it's a win for Alberta as they run Yukon out of stones. 7-5 the final there to complete the play in Pool A. And so with that win, Alberta now, there you see the separation. So those three, Team Canada we know, are through. Mike McEwen, wild card out of Manitoba, Alberta at 4-1. Now there's that separation, 2 games. How big is it going to be, the race? Territories, Nova Scotia, who's going to be that fourth team? Right in there. That's the teams that will play for that final spot. Remembering, of course, now top 4 in each group will move on and taking their record from this round with them. Back with you at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Another key game for Mike Fournier and Quebec. You don't want to fall to 4 losses. And Brad Jacobs and the team coming off their poorest performance, losing earlier today with a record of 4-1. When we join you tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We're in Regina, the Queen City, for this year's Tim Hortons Brier. Till we talk with you again at 8 p.m. Eastern, thank you for joining us here on Canada's sports leader, TSN.